Te whānau, no mai, hoki mai. Welcome back to Eventfinda Stadium on the north shore of Tamaki Makaurau for a Sky Broadband Rapid League matchup between the home team, the Auckland Tuatara, and the visiting Taranaki Airs. Andrew Mulligan, Casey Frank on hand for this one. We're in the midst of a triple header on your Sunday afternoon, and we're about to get this one underway. These two teams may have always been in the mix in the NZNBL over the last few seasons. Three-time beaten grand finalists, the Tuatara, but in Rapid League, it's just crucial you get points for and against, because it all matters when it comes down to the NZNBL ladder. And this is how the Rapid League ladder currently looks. The Tuatara with that win over the Bulls in Rapid League, powered by 17 for Dylan Wilkie, and the Giants with 2 wins. The Nuggets with 2 and 1. And wondering how it separates the points percentage if they are tied on results, wins and losses. This is how the other half of the ladder looks. The Sharks and the Jets still looking to get off the schneid for the Sky Broadband Rapid League. Casey Frank, such important games in the Rapid League. You sort of take it for granted, but it can get away on you. As you can see, some of these games here have been pretty close this round. The Airs survived the Jets earlier on.
Huge shot to finish that one. Game winner being made. The Taranaki Airs looking for a little bit of that kind of look as we take a look at the other results of the week. Some tight ones, Panthers and Bulls just the other night, or Friday night. And finally, we come to the Sunday games. The Hawks getting up on the Bulls earlier today, and the Panthers and the Jets playing later this evening.
The league stops for one day. There's no game tomorrow. It's basically, I'll be holding Casey like Pippen holding Jordan in the flu game. That's your starting 5 for the Airs. The strength of Bailey, who's farm strong, the dairy farmer from Taranaki. Scott Telfer back from the Southland Sharks. And Hoiata, Exeter and Tuta. And this is the starting 5 for the Tuatara. Wilkie there, had 17 against the Bulls. Silky smooth jump shot. Latu, Ioane, Wiley, Nick Barrow, the veteran, will lead this young band of men. He's just come out of the basketball champs for the Police, actually, over the last few days. Got the dub at Auckland, congratulations.
Latu, of course, got traded a season ago. As we take a look at the stats, the Auckland Tuatara, 42 points a game. That's quite a prolific scoring, great shooting, and fantastic three-point percentage. The turnovers for the Taranaki Airs need to get cleaned up if they want to have a chance to get the victory today.
Ready to get this one going, and we're about to jump it up. Sam Pan will have the honor of starting this game. Waiting for the bench to get the nod, and here we go.
Oh, quick one. Quentin Bailey gets up on that one, could have tipped it out with his elbow.
Telfer misses that. Bailey trying to get it, comes away to Latu. Wiley gives it back. Have to be up on Wilkie. Bangs that down.
Oh, that's a shot. Loves to get that dribble into the elbow. Great elevation off of that, taking away the defender's ability to affect the shot before he drops it down.
Telfer to Bailey. He's given room by Barrow and strokes it.
Nice to see Quinn Bailey shooting that shot with confidence. Barrow giving him a little bit too much space.
Wiley on the switch, turns it over. Telfer looking up ahead to Tuta. Gets the cup and in. He's starting strong.
Beautiful pass by Telfer there on that one. And Riley Tuta, the hero of the Manawatu Jets game where he hit the game winner.
Backdoor cut on the baseline. Wiley misses, crashing the glasses. Ioane though on the weak side and gets it up and in.
Well, a good crash there. Able to get that offensive rebound and put back, and not getting boxed out. Bailey likes the triple today.
Latu, Ioane, Barrow Putting the ball on the floor. Still plenty of time. Down to 5 on the shot clock now. Need to get the shot up. Martin misses that. Quinn Bailey with the rebound.
Good defense by the Airs, not allowing any penetration, keeping the Tuatara on the perimeter.
Exeter fouled as he took the 3. Just with a little bit of a push there on the 3-point attempt.
Chris Wiley gets a little aggressive on the foul, and he gets subbed out for his trouble.
Congratulations, Gus Dallow on the floor, part of that under-17s team, along with the likes of Jackson Ball, Oscar Goodman, came 4th in the World Champs last year.
It's a story they'll be relaying for decades and decades, I hope. Fantastic accomplishment for those young fellas. Opened a lot of doorways to a lot of great places to play over these next few years, and we're just seeing the fruits of that labor being connected.
Oscar Goodman.
Off to Michigan.
Went to college, off to college. Jackson Ball still has another year to go before he heads to Wisconsin.
Hayden Jones off to Wisconsin as well.
Wilkie knocking down that corner 3. That's what Dylan Wilkie can do in Rapid League for you.
Just about a no-dip triple on that one. Catches it, gets it up quickly. Really excellent preparation on that shot.
Bailey on the reverse is strong.
It's kind of surprised Bailey went for the other side of the rim. Could have just elevated and smashed it home. Instead, shows off the skill.
Broken up, stolen away by Exeter. So, excuse me, Tuta.
Tuta doing a nice job of getting his hand low to take that passing angle away.
Bailey not quite set, but he gets it back nonetheless. Taufa using the on-ball set by Bailey. Off the glass, not the glass, just a little runner.
Nice bit of skill on display there for Scott Telfer. He's thinking trying to get the little pocket pass on the on-ball, but makes the better decision to hit the layup.
Wilkie, harassed by Tuta. Little strong. Tracked down. Those are 2 large humans.
Ooh, I think that call might have been missed as Nick Barrow was reaching for it. I thought Quinn Bailey had the last hand on it, but is going to stay with the Airs coming away. As we take a look at it, whose hand's on it? Oh yeah, that's Quinn Bailey.
I don't know how you can see that from where you are on that replay as well. That's a gift, Casey Frank.
I could just tell by Nick Barrow's face.
Yeah,
he's an officer
true.
of the law. You
Yeah.
can tell when he's telling the truth.
You're right, actually. There's Exeter. Given room by Gus Dallow and makes him pay.
Jack Exeter, nice to see him back in the league after a bit of a break a season ago, playing a little bit of point guard for the Airs in the NBL as well. Foul there as Nick Barrow is trying to get to the cup as Tamatia gets in.
Dallow. This is Jakowski. And Dallow with a high arcing 3 attempts. The shot clock wound down to 5.
Down to 6. Got to get it quickly. Exeter doesn't know yet.
Still a little bit of time to get free. The fall away. And it's a 14-point quarter for the Airs. Just 7 for the Tuatara. Taranaki Airs looking fresh.
And the Airs doing it with fantastic efficiency on the offensive end. Just 8 shots overall, but they hit 5 of them. 4 of 5 from inside the arc, 1 of 3 from outside. But did a nice job on the rebounds at the same time, really limiting the Tuatara to just 3 for 7 from the field. And if you're looking for a little late afternoon lunch, a large pepperoni pizza from Sal's is the go. Use that online code, Sal'sDribble25, or the QR code right there. This is valid until Tuesday, and you will not get a better deal than that, Moles.
Well, why wouldn't you get that deal during a triple header on your Sunday here in the Sal's NBL? That is a deal and a half.
get one for every game. Just keep them coming. And if you need to order that pizza, might as well use it on Sky Broadband.
One of the great segues.
FIBA starter.
It's beautiful.
From $50 a month for the first 12 months. Fantastic value.
That is a great deal.
And everybody needs fiber. If you're not getting your internet that quickly, you're missing out on hundredths of a second of viewing time.
Crucial when you're multi-screening.
And even more important when you're downloading, because then it can actually make some changes. Well, there we see the conversation for Armand Fletcher, finding out what they need to do, how they're going to get prepped for the NZNBL game.
Great to have Armand Fletcher back in the league. Strong 2023. Free ball. Can it drop? No, it doesn't.
What a roll that would have been for young Chris Wiley. Doesn't get the appreciation from the rim there.
Toyota to Telfer, back to Exeter. Oh, what a look to Toyota. What a cut.
Excellent cut there from the weak side. Jack Exeter might have strained his shoulder on that one. Had everybody fooled.
Jakowski. Oh, nothing but net. Bart Jakowski knocking it down.
Let that one fly, no hesitation. And that wasn't right on the line. That was pretty deep. Big shot. Tuatara need a few more of those.
Graduate from Rosemary College last year. And there's Bailey strong. It counts.
Quinn Bailey's got quite the advantage out there on the court right now, not just in size and strength, but experience. As you take a second look at the beautiful Exeter pass into the paint, everybody thought it was going nowhere. But with the cut, the catch, and the finish on the reverse. Looking nice. Makes the free throw for the three-point play from the Chemist Warehouse. And the Tuatara with a 9-point deficit trying to work their way back up. Real lack of penetration for the Tuatara here in this first half. Struggling to get anything inside that three-point line.
And foul on transition. That's not going to count there.
For a second, I thought they were going to count the bucket. Instead, we're going to go to the sideline. So 2 shots.
The Dallo push there, and it will be 2 shots.
Oh, if he's shooting.
Yeah, I know.
If he's shooting, then doesn't the basket have to count if he's in the shooting motion?
I'm with you.
This is.
If he's in his steps, if he's in his action.
Because the scoreboard only says 2 personal fouls on the Tuatara, but hey, what can you do?
Pushing the Airs lead now to 10. It's all one-way traffic at the moment.
Better pace this possession, but Telford nearly gets the steal before getting blown for the whistle.
Subs in. Comes Tuhaka.
Nice hand on Tamatia, and I think he's got a point. I think that went off the leg of Wiley after he hit it out. Excellent activity out of the zone for the Taranaki Airs early on this possession.
Excuse me, it is Tamatia. Apologies, Ioane, his pass deflected. Another jump shot from deep. And again on the glass, so the Airs protecting it, doing well.
Just a
6 rebound.
Real lack of penetration for this Tuatara team early in this one. Settling for jump shots. They need something going to the basket.
Airs settling for the jump shot on that one as well. Barrow back in the game. Ioane driving in, and that's working there for Ioane on that drive.
Well, there we go. Finally, a little bit of activity towards the rim, and good things happen. Taranaki Airs looking to respond after a couple of empty possessions. See if they can't get something in the painted area.
Exeter drives, they collapse, kicks it out. Good ball movement, and we've got 3 in the key. Toyota believe it was down there.
Yeah, he was a lone man left. Everybody else had been circling around, and it looked like fantastic ball movement. Normally, if the shot's about to come up, you can get away with staying in there extra half a second or so. But this time around, they were quick on the whistle, and the Tuatara have a chance to further cut into this deficit.
They're right up on Wilkie. Ball away, left it a little short. Couldn't get the roll.
Nice defense by Huerta and Telfer there. Or pardon me, Tuta and Telfer there, talking to each other and making that a difficult finish.
Miscommunication. Tamatea with the steal.
He's been feisty defensively, really active in the passing lanes. Got to be aware of his presence to the Tuatara for the rest of this one.
Telfer with the drive and the right hand finish going left.
Great screen. Nick Barrow gets a little bit of a taste of his own medicine. As Huerta sets a solid screen to clear out Telfer space.
Tchaikovsky rejected. Tamatea again, poking it away.
Just a little bit quicker to everything right now. They're just a bit sharper. As Nick Barrow stands in the lane and gets called for the whistle. He's saying he's standing still, but his feet are on the charge circle there. So with both feet in there, they might have been saying, if he's not moving and there's legal contact near your charge circle, it's a no call. You just can't take a charge, but they're saying he was hustling a little bit. And I thought he was actually set before Exeter lifted off, but the aggressiveness of Jack Exeter gets rewarded, and once again, the Airs have doubled up the Tuatara here in the first half.
Both teams have their BNZ player timeout available in this first half. Dallo with 8, operating with Barrow up high. Took the little run up, left it way short. And then there is the BNZ player timeout, called by the veteran Telfer.
Scotty Telfer, I thought for a second he was going to try and push it forward, but he has a look at the clock and understands he's down under 5 seconds. I actually think they should probably put on about 0.8, but they'll leave it at 4.2. And of course, thanks to BNZ for the player timeouts and the opportunity to get a ticket to the big game. Scan that QR code for a chance to win tickets to the games this season. We're looking for big groups to come through and hit the CAuckland sidelines. So make sure you scan that code to see if your group's eligible.
Here we go. What can they operate with?
That?
Tuta misses that. That was pretty. Inbounds, down lowly, the kick out. Great work, but it's coming up empty. 2-minute half time, and it's the Airs 25-12.
Real nice set. Kind of feel it was wasted in a 13-point lead at halftime. When you run that thing, you want to keep those kind of plays in your pockets. But let's take a look at the halftime highlights from this Taranaki Airs Auckland Tuatara game. Tuatara came out, started well on the back. Dylan Wilkie shooting jump shots. Quentin Bailey came back and with a little bit of his own. Then the defense for the Airs really turned it up. They started finding opportunity in transition, pushing the ball out. Off these misses from the Auckland Tuatara, attacking the rim, not settling for jump shots, and imposing their will. A lot of high-quality shot making. Jack Exeter with the step back, Scott Telfer with the runner previously. And this beautiful no-look pass.
It's a great cut as well.
And it's all about the cut. You can pass to nobody otherwise. The Tuatara made a little bit of comeback, started to find something from deep, started to get a little bit of going on the penetration, but overall in that first half, too much Taranaki Airs, finishing with great screens, great finishes, and they are in control of this one with a 25-12 lead at halftime. As we take a look at the stats here, you see it, the rebounds doubling up for Taranaki. 2 more assists, 2 less fouls, and most importantly, I think for the Airs, just 2 turnovers at halftime. Remember, came into this one averaging 13.5 turnovers a game, so that's very pleasing for the players and the coaching staff to see.
Nice first half from the Taranaki Airs. Just rolling with the 1 sub in this game. Dom Kalman-Poto saving his engine for the main game. He is on the bench, but Dom isn't suited up in the Rapid League uniform. He's ready to play in the main game. There is Dom. He's got the Spider-Man
Spidey
here today.
Well, it's going to be a big day for him. I believe this season with Taranaki, he's left his son up here in Auckland, so he doesn't want to take him out of school for the season. So maybe a little bit Spidey for the young fella. Just working out some scoreboard issues. And it's all sussed out, and we're back to action now, ready to go.
Exeter with the ball. Taufa. Tuta. Matia on the drive. Good defense on him by Wiley. Barrow with the rebound.
The result not what they wanted, but I love that execution by Taranaki. They come out playing with a lot of pace. That ball goes side to side, really forcing the Tuatara to affect things defensively and moving around.
Wilkie gets free. Not quite falling for him so far in this game.
Decent set for the Tuatara, but still focus on the perimeter. They need paint penetration to get back in this game.
Dallo on the kick out. Wiley, he can't get it, but Barrow almost had it.
Constable, unable to control that one on the baseline. Great position, but the ball just didn't quite fall the way he needed it to.
Foul on the baseline.
Good strong move by Jack Exeter. He's looking in mid-season form. He's all carved up.
Really?
Twisted steel.
Yeah, he's looking strong. It's the hardest working wristband in the league, I reckon, that one. Just looks so tiny on him. That would be a shooting sleeve for kids.
It actually is a shooting sleeve, but all the muscle just shrinks it right down.
Yeah.
It's like Ben Wallace, who used to wear that. My favorite of all time, Ben Wallace wearing the headbands on the biceps.
On the biceps.
And they were tight. Nice recognition by Wiley that the shot clock was going down, but not getting initiated in offense until 12 seconds on the shot clock.
And Latu fouled on the drive.
Tamatia's got his hand in a lot of activity defensively. Excellent awareness of where he needs to be on the court. And he's been doing a nice job of getting his hand in the passing lane, being himself a pest. This time, doesn't get the whistle, but see how he slides over Scott Telfer. If he's not there, then Latu can keep on dribbling out. Now, Gus closes it off. Telfer does get the foul, but Tamatia, excellent positioning in the zone.
Here's Ioane on the drive, and he's pinned by Quinn Bailey.
He's feeling bouncy today, Quentin Bailey. Looking like a young fella.
Exeter.
Just great transition D by Taranaki. They are set every time. Tuatara really finding no advantage when they play with a little bit of pace.
Tamatia's in everything here for them. Head of the snake. Wilkie with the left hand. Oh, that's pretty.
Beautiful set of skill displayed there by Dylan Wilkie, finishing with the left. But how hard do the Tuatara have to work to get a look right now?
You're absolutely right. It's taken some individual touches here to get some scores going. Telfer just got hammered.
Normally when you have the ball and people run into you, you get a whistle.
Telfer's smiling. He's like, come on, man.
I love the NBL.
Exeter bounce pass wasn't met, and Latu can't get the roll on that, but he'll go to the line.
Right, kind of grabs a hamstring there, does Latu after that move. An athletic move in transition. Look at the space he creates, little hezzy dribble, and then the step through. Can't get the roll, gets the harm, and is off to the chemist. Warehouse strike for two. Chance to cut this lead back to single figures, which is really where it needs to be if the Tuatara have any hope of coming back in this fourth quarter.
Older brother Tavita Latu plays for Taniwha in the Bunnings NPC for Northland.
Athletes in the family. You know if you have an older brother who's playing at rugby, that you're used to contact when you're coming down the lane. That kind of contact really doesn't affect you.
You're used to feeling an elbow or forearm in the ribs or in the back.
What do you mean that's a
playing in the
push?
backyard, playing in the driveway, playing on the schoolyard. Taranaki with a 10-point lead. Tutas.
Oh,
Pretty layup.
I mean, solid defense by Barrow, but the angle off the glass with the kiss. Beautiful display of touch.
CAuckland tracks that down, deflected away. Down to 12 on the shot clock. Still a lot of time. Can they get into the key to touch the paint? Dallo's going to have to create. Gets free, finds Barrow. Barrow gets it up and in, and one. That's just a great look of patience from the youth to the experience.
And they've got used to the pressure in the first half, and now we're seeing them take on these defenders with the ball handling. Solid job by Tamatia to try and come down, but he gets a little bit of arm there. So it sends Nick Barrow to the line. Nice job by Dallo to create that angle. Nick Barrow in the right place, right time, catch, shoot, and finish. It's under 10 now, and now it's down all the way to 8. The closest the Tuatara have been in a while.
Great look by Dallo there. Talfa taking CAuckland to the cup and gets the N1 on the other end.
Nobody wanted to give him that whistle, but he gave out the classic let the refs know I've been fouled here. Referee Sam Pan decides to go with it.
Did he give it the cat? Oh my God.
A lot of contact. See CAuckland on the arm, fouls there. Now, Telfer created that contact, but CAuckland's out of position. That's why he gets the whistle. He didn't get his feet set in front to take that on the chest.
Three the hard way. For Telfer, he'll take a seat. Bailey, he's at a rest.
Exactly the response you want if you're Coach Andrew Green. And the lead gets cut to single figures, 3-point play right away, push it back to 12.
Barrow kicking it out, CAuckland. Long on that one. Ioane, though, again on that weak side. He's fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Well, really nice nose for the basketball on display there by Casey Ioane. Didn't have an easy angle at it. It was a tough miss when it comes off like that, but he hustles the right place, right time. Tuta can't control the basketball, so Ioane gets the foul called, and he's off to the Chemist Warehouse stripe for 2. And the Chemist Warehouse stripe has been super friendly to the Tuatara today, just 2 for 4 now.
Casey Ioane moving up from St. Pat's Silverstream in Wellington. Play at Dilworth, year 13.
Dilworth, congratulations to Dilworth this year. Just made it into the premier grade this week.
That is a competitive grade in high school basketball in Auckland.
For the first time in quite some time.
Hoyata can't get the finish. CAuckland.
Oh, good read, Tuta.
Bailey.
They got one shot, good recognition. Eventually they got there, just 9 seconds in the quarter left.
Here's Bailey, putting up a little runner.
Bailey putting it on display. Tuatara have one last shot at it.
And that's 3 quarters done. The Airs just cannot rein this lead in from, excuse me, the Tuatara can't rein in the Airs lead of 13. It's 32 plays 19 at 3/4 time. And it's just an efficient, well-drilled Airs outfit at the moment.
Efficiency is the key. They are shooting 61% overall and 10 for 13 from inside the arc. The Tuatara, most of their focus offensively has been from deep. They're just 2 for 12 from beyond the stripe at an unfortunate 17%. The Air's not much better, but they've only shot 5, and they've gotten to the line 8 times. They're winning the rebound battle. They have more assists, and coming into the game, averaging 13 turnovers a game, just 4 this afternoon. That's enabled them to take control of this ball game with 4 minutes to play.
Quinton Bailey is your leading scorer with 10. He's 4 of 5. Scott Telfer has 7. Scott Telfer's listening in the huddle, but maybe he's dreaming of a large pepperoni pizza from Sal's.
Aren't we all?
I am.
I mean, I normally do. Even when I'm eating a pizza from Sal's, I'm dreaming about another one.
I'll be honest, I saw some Sal's boxes come in earlier.
You got distracted.
And went into the hospital area here.
Wonder if we can get in there between games.
I highly doubt it.
We'll see what we can do. We'll just sneak in.
Can our floor manager Penny do it?
Maybe we should talk more about buying pepperoni pizzas.
That's a great idea. Instead of
use that QR code.
Steal it.
Sal's Dribble 25, valid until this Tuesday. And if you use the QR code, you don't need to remember the code.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, you just use the QR code, sends you right to it. How helpful is that?
You don't have to put the code in?
Yeah. And now I feel like I shouldn't say that because I'm not 100% sure.
Oh, that's nice. That's TV, people.
You've made me question myself, Mo.
I know what.
It hasn't happened very often.
I never question you. I always take everything you say at face value. And that's gotten me in so much trouble over the years. Stolen.
Tamatia again.
He has been energy off the bench.
He might be the shortest player on the court, but he has a nose for the basketball. He's been in every passing lane, and he is making things tough. Just excellent rotations for the airs.
You're right, Casey. Tamatia is the kind of player you'd want to show your kid growing up, boy or girl, to show this is how you play defense in the perimeter.
Just get in there. Oh, you're not big? You can't play D because you're not big? Well, guess what? As we see a nice Dylan Wilkie jump shot on the baseline. Need a few more of those to get back into this one. What do you think about the Taranaki Airs jerseys?
Yeah, I like them.
I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
I think they've done a nice blending of the sports there.
Tamatia missing that, but it's Hoyata on the glass. Now it's Bailey stroking it. He's got 13. He is fire at the moment. He's 5 of 6 now.
Sam McKinnon on the sideline thinking, don't use it all up in this game, Quinton. We need you out there for the NBL.
Ioane.
Oh, that's strong.
Oh, that's unlucky.
Everything but the finish, but really like the move, the aggressiveness on the rim, just turning into one of those afternoons for the Tuatara.
Exeter felt like he got bumped on the arm. Going the other way, though. Here's Wiley. One of 3 Wiley brothers.
Then with the drive, Casey Ioane doesn't get the last time down, gets it this time. Back to the well, and this time he drinks deeply.
Broken up by Wilkie.
There's the jersey that me and Moles are keen on. What's been your pick of the Rapid League jerseys this season?
I'm gonna go with the Saints pinstripe. They brought it back, the retro.
Well, that's not. Yeah, I do like they got a little gold in the Rapid League as well.
Yeah, I do like. I think it's the Jets have got camo.
Camo for the Jets.
For the Jets. For a Hakia, I guess.
Yeah. I think as you see that nice jump shot drop for Tuta. I think my favorite though is actually the Nuggets this year. They got a little bit of the tartan on top.
Oh, have they? Nice. I've not noticed that. I also am a massive fan of the lavender. It's calming, as Lindsay Tate said.
When he said call me during that game, I did bust out.
There's no one calmer than Lindsay Tate.
It really isn't.
He's calming in the commentary. I love it.
He does keep things that way. Wasn't always that way.
Not on the court.
He's matured.
Love it.
Look, he can't complete the three-point play by Ioane. Gets on the glass.
Ioane, tough defense. Gets the roll.
That's 3 straight nice drives to the bucket. And he's finished 2 of them.
Exeter's defense is really good as well. He's stuck right with him.
He's just finishing strong, the young fella.
Now Exeter, the lane closed off quickly. Out to Telfer. Telfer, oh, last second. Tuta in the corner.
I thought Wilkie got a piece of that one. But Tuta, he knows how to hit tough shots.
Minute 30 to go in this Rapid League game. Ioane, this time he gets it off the backboard, and Hoyata's called for the foul.
Well, this is what we were looking for from the Tuatara, the first 3 quarters, and some penetration. And he's found it. Nice drive. There's the foul right on the dome. Takes that elbow. I thought he was going to punch it on him. Goes for the finger roll.
He tried punching it down, and it was blocked by Quinn Bailey. Also Chris McIntosh. No Chris McIntosh today for the Tuatara. Hurt his MCL.
Certainly affects things. Self-diagnosed, I would presume.
Yeah, being a physio, correct?
I hope he's listening to what he's supposed to be doing.
Hope he's doing his exercises. And that's lost by the Airs and Tuta. Here comes Gus Dello.
Well, a minute 11 in this one. Probably not going to get the victory, but they will need to put in some work.
Costello with St. Peter's. High school in Auckland. Sister Florence at the University of Portland. Wilkie left it short. Tchaikovsky with the rebound, though. Wilkie looking for options. Tchaikovsky for three. That's nice by Tchaikovsky.
He's hit a couple of nice jump shots with a pretty solid attention around him.
He's got a nice release. He's got the long arms. He and Wilkie. Ioane's got long arms. Just haven't been able to put it together offensively as consistent as they would have liked.
This referee Sam Pan just coming up, making sure that the score bench knows to stop the clock in the last minute. Don't let it keep running, so they put 3 seconds back on the clock. There's a smart. They'll just play this one slow. Keep the differential where it's at.
Points differential matters in the CAuckland ladder from the Rapid League.
Beautiful pass, Tomatia.
Again, it's the cut by Hoyata as well. Well
nice coming out of that corner. Makes himself available.
Ioane with the finish.
He has come on strong to finish things off. 13 points now. Feels like they're all here in the second half.
Looking to trap. Oh, Talfa.
Well, just heads up play by Ioane. Coming over with that unscripted double. And it comes out of nowhere.
Wilkie and Ioane got him right in front of us as well. Talfa went down here, but they held him up. There's a smile on his face. He's had some attention today. No ill will, of course, as Wilkie turns the corner. Picked up his dribble. Now it's 4 to go in the game. Dallo splits the double, puts up the runner, can't get it, but Barrow! That's got to count, it does count, Nick Barrow. There's a little bit of a bright light at the end of a tough game for the Tuatara. The Airs dominating through all 4 quarters of the Sky Broadband Rapid League. It was their best quarter for the Tuatara. They're matching the 13 of the Airs with 13 of their own. But it's the Airs in control for all of this. They jumped out to a 14-7 first quarter lead and kept them at arm's length. Rather, the Tuatara just with that last Barrow make at the death gives them 15 for the quarter. And here's how the stats look. Great shooting from the Taranaki Airs, and with Casey is Tuta.
Whoa, Riley, big game for this one. Came out very offensively minded to the Airs. And I'll mention the game winner earlier this week as well. But what was the mindset that got the Airs so aggressive defensively and offensively?
You know, we had a few extra bodies come in. We had a few injuries. So boys coming in, picking up, and just going hard, really. Just trying to push the base, set the tone. Don't let these guys dictate the tone.
Give the fans at home a little bit of insight. Well, trying to play this game, obviously put a lot of effort to it. What's the cool down like trying to get ready for the NBL now in a short amount of time?
It's a pretty quick turnaround, but we just go and get changed, get some electrolytes in us, and then hit a good warm-up with the main team. But yeah, it's good to get a run around.
Sounds like a plan. Thanks for the time.
Thank you.
Sounds very similar to what Casey and I are going to do. We're going to get some electrolytes in us and get ready for that main game. That's coming up soon at 3 p.m. local. CAuckland round 2, the Tuatara and the Taranaki Airs. It's game number 2 of a triple header here in the 09. And we're looking forward to that one coming up very shortly. And we'll be seeing you at 3 p.m.
And now to the main event, it is the NZNBL, presented by GJ Gardner Holmes. This round 2. And the second of 11 home matches here is proudly presented by Sounds Authentic New York Pizza. GJ Gardner Holmes, the great supporter of sports. Sky Broadband. Sky Sport, the home of sports. Chemist Warehouse. Sterling Sports. BNZ Bank. Barclays. Molten. New Balance. And online electrolyte drinks. both teams on court very soon. Heads to the benches when you can for team announcements. Just under 15 or over 15 minutes to go here for round 2 of the CAuckland NZNBL. Proudly presented by DJ Garner Homes. Then we go live throughout Aotearoa on Sky Sports and of course all around the world as well on the FIBA YouTube channel. Alright, it's time now to welcome out our guests here from the Taranaki. It is the Steel Formers. Taranaki is, if you're a supporter of that team, make a little bit of noise if you're not sure I can get it. Suiting up for the Taranaki is number 0, Jack Exeter. Number 1, Scott Telfer. Number 4, Jerome Tomatia. Number 8, Ryan Tuta. Number 25, his first appearance here, Don Calmatorto. Number 29, Jordy Hoyata. 32, Nate Quinn. And the starting 5 for the Taranaki is 21, Jack Andrew. Number 11, the Australian Harry Frawley. Number 2, Carmen Davidson. 7, import, Amon Fletcher. Number 30, the American Owen Boswell. Head coaches Sam McKinnon, assisted by Drew Green and Thomas here. Ladies and gentlemen, the opposition for today, Steel Forward, Taranaki. All right, boys, it's time. It is time to welcome your team. Let's welcome out, sitting up tonight for the Auckland Tuatara, joined by our friends, Tara Tuatara. Please welcome Siglet 7, Massive and Last Man, Kristen Cole, Casey Riley. Number 9, Dylan Wilkie. Number 10, versus the 2 Wiley, Chris Wiley. And 15 is the Constable, Nick Barrow. Starters now for the Auckland Tuatara. Second home match, please welcome number 11, Josh Ledger. Sitting up in 32, Tom Bogdanovich. Number 5, Boy Touch. Number 0, and number 2, Josh Wiley. Head coaches Cameron Bill, Livid, but not Justin Bailey. Sione Mama is one of the boards. Let's get ready to roll. tip-off here. If you just joined us, this is round 2 of the CAuckland proudly presented by CAuckland. Just repeating the starters for the visitors. We've got Jack Andrew, Harry Foley, Carl Davidson, Armon Fletcher, and Owen Foxwell. And for your team, the Tuatara. The shot there, Charles Pride, Leisha. Swati as well, the big man, with great commentary.
Kia ora te whānau no mai, hoki mai. Welcome back to Eventfinda Stadium on the North Shore of Tamaki Makaurau for game number 2 of a NZNBL triple header on your Sunday afternoon. It is the Airs hosting, the Tuatara hosting the Airs, and a decent crowd building up. Airs got the win in Rapid League, and they have looked pretty strong so far early on in NZNBL season. Andrew Mulligan, Casey Frank on hand. And Casey, this is a Tuatara team waiting for the reinforcements to arrive.
And they're not here yet, so they have to figure out a way to get the wins without them. They still have got talent. They've got their 2 imports in Tuak. They've got Charles Pride. Of course, they've got Tom Vodanovic. There's enough talent here to make some noise, but it has to come together and play more cohesively than we saw in the opening round.
Yeah, the Airs will be very conscious of underestimating a Tuatara team with Tom Vodanovic up front, Charles Pride at the point, Waituach, Australian by way of Ethiopia as well. They are a very, very young and green team, but they do have some strong experience sprinkled throughout their roster. And we have just witnessed a very close game in Franklin, the Franklin Pool and Leisure Centre. And round 2 has been very, very full as well. We've had some great games. We've had some close games. We've had a couple of blowouts, but it has been a round 2, Casey, that has been hectic to say the least.
Round 2, that is hectic. And now every team in the competition has a loss after that Bulls loss earlier today. Take a look, going all the way back to Monday. Bulls beating the 5 before the Airs go down to the Jets. The 5 bounce back against the Nuggets as the Saints take one against their rivals across the strait. Into today's action, or the weekend's action, Friday, the Nuggets finally get on the win board. The Panthers valiant against the Bulls before going down, and the Rams too much for the Sharks.
And the Hawks getting the win on the road. It's just finished a couple of minutes ago. A big win, 87-85. The Franklin Pool and Leisure Centre. We've got this game, and then we have the Panthers. Game number 2 at Pullman Arena. They really pushed on Friday night. The Bulls eventually succumbing to the team from just a few minutes drive down the road there. And here is the starting 5 for the Taranaki Airs. Armon Fletcher is back in the league after spending time in the G League last year, and he is joined by Harry Froling and Jack Andrew. Big front line for the Airs. On Foxwell, under a little bit of an injury cloud coming into this game, and Carl Davison was a strong Breakers development player. Looking for him to blossom once again with that athleticism. And then the swingman spot there. Sam McKinnon is the head coach of the Taranaki Airs. He spoke with Casey earlier.
Coming up against the Tuatara, still don't have their full contingent of players and struggled offensively. What can you do defensively to keep this team from reaching the level of efficiency they're capable of?
Yeah, I think we've run similar sets. So offensively, as a defense, we know what they're doing, so we can sort of disrupt them a little bit. But yeah, they're a bit down on troops, but still got Tommy V, some good local players. So we've got to be ready to go. We had a really ordinary game against the Jets, so I'm more about focus on what we're going to do better, to be honest.
And Owen Foxwell coming off injury, still expected to give it a go, but still might leave you down a ball handler. Carlin Davidson picked up some of that slack. How can the Airs do a better job of getting themselves into offense if that is the case and Foxwell isn't 100%?
Yeah, we really missed Foxy on Tuesday, having limited prep, and then like throwing Jack out there. Carlin at times played the point, a few turnovers, but I think it's just learning. I think if you just play off 2 feet, slow it down at different times. We can still be pretty good, but it's the offensive boards. We gave up 21 of those, shot poor from the free throw line and turned it over 15 times. So live ball turnovers, something we've got to work on. And with Foxy limited a bit tonight, Jack and Carlin are going to be a lot better in that space.
And starting 5 for the Tuatara, calling on the young guns like Wiley, Ledger. He's been paying his dues off the bench and has answered the call at times for the Tuatara over the last few seasons. Tom Vodanovic is back. Boy, Tuach, Charlie Pride spoke about Tuach before. He is a long, rangy, athletic Ethiopian-American player. Spent a lot of time in Australia playing NBL 1 and the like. Charles Pride loves Sour Patch Kids, has a chain with sour on it. That's his nickname, but his game is sweet. And they'll be looking for more of a breakout performance than what he had in round 1. You can see the youthful faces there and Nick Barrow on screen. Sione Mama picked up the interview duties. Cam Glennon, the head coach of the Tuatara, a little bit under the weather, is Sione with Casey.
Coming up against the Airs, Carlin Davidson has been supremely effective. What can you do to slow down his effectiveness here early in the season?
Carlin's such a tough cover, you know, super athletic. Improved the shooting a lot over the break this season. And, you know, someone that we're going to have to key on for sure, especially in transition. We've been talking a lot about our pickup points on him and stopping him early, so that'll be a huge emphasis for us.
One guy who might have that job is Tom Vodanovic, but on the other end, offensively, tried to run the offense through him, hampered his effectiveness just a little bit. How can you get him in better spots so he can be more helpful to the team's offensive play?
Great question. We've been figuring that out all week with our game plan. Tommy's super versatile, so he can play inside and out. I think it's tough for someone like him who didn't play a lot with the Phoenix. Trying to find his rhythm, but hopefully tonight he can find a little bit of that.
Looking for that consistency. Tom Vodanovic left the game with a bit of an injury. I think to his ankle, might have tweaked it. But Tom Vodanovic is good to go this afternoon at Eventfinda Stadium. That is very sub-Vodanovic numbers there. Carlin Davidson, meanwhile, he has been building his game nicely over the coming seasons where he's been a development player for the Breakers, been very effective at both ends of the floor for the Airs, and against the Jets, he was really, really good with that double-double.
And it's nice to see him expanding his game. Here's Sam McKinnon talking about playing, landing on 2 feet, but I like to see him with the ball in hand. He's playing a little bit more point. Other than Owen Foxwell, they really don't have a second ball handler right now. So that's going to have to lay on him. That's going to have to lay on Armand Fletcher. And it's a great way for him to develop those skills that need to get him to the next level, which is where he belongs. He really should be playing at a high level in Europe. He should be getting tons of minutes in the NBL. His skill set is just untapped at this point in his career.
If he plays most of the games, he's careening towards 100 Sal's NBL games in his career. He's 21 years of age. We've seen him be this raw teenager out of Opanaki and Taranaki, and he has been really, really nice over the last 18 months, the maturation, and these are the last 3 games they had that epic, I'd say it's the greatest game of basketball I've had the privilege and privilege of basically calling. Their Airs lost to the Rams there.
It was fantastic to watch that one. What a heartbreaker without Sam Froling. As we take a look at the Tuatara's last 2, of course, the play-in games, beating the Bulls and the Sharks last year. Of course, the game before that was the championship game where they were 0 for their last 3.
Did they ask for that score to be taken out of that graphic there?
They just don't want that one.
They don't want to acknowledge losing 3 finals in a row.
I tell you what, they don't. They feel a little bit self-conscious about it as a franchise.
I bet they do.
It's as an outsider looking in, as we take a look at the officials, Brad Clive, Sam Pan, and Sam McFadden. As an outsider looking in, you should be proud about getting there to the pinnacle 3 times, but they're not satisfied with that. They want the victory. They're aiming to get there again, but it's going to be tough to do until we get Big Bobby Lowe.
Absolutely.
Big company coming to town.
Yeah, Rob Lowe.
Dave O'Hickey.
Will Hickey, of course, from the Illawarra Hawks. Rob Lowe with Melbourne United. That game 5 tonight on ESPN. That is going to be one amazing game of basketball. The Illawarra Hawks in a little bit of injury trouble.
So many New Zealand NBL connections in that finals game. The coaches, the players. There is a plethora of interest from over this side of the ditch.
And that is going to be a physical matchup when these two meet in the paint. Frolin and Vodanovic reacquainting themselves in midcourt.
Well, they haven't reacquainted themselves yet. That'll come in about 4 minutes. Interesting going with Ledger on Andrew and Tom Vodanovic on Harry Frolin. Frolin's got a lot of size on Vodanovic down low.
Foxwell with that neck injury. Left hand runner, looking fine.
Well, I guess the next okay. I mean, he was really struggling to find freedom of movement in the warm-ups, and Sam McKinnon is concerned about his ability to play a full load, but a nice sign to open things up for him there.
Josh Wiley, brother, played on the Rapid League game as Tuach gets a touch, and it's Charlie Pride waiting in the corner and making them pay.
Well, bad gamble there by Armand Fletcher to go out and try and get that. He had a chance at the ball, but when he didn't get it, that left Pride wide open for the finish.
Tuach goes flying across the court. Frolin gets to work.
The running, sort of almost a sky hook there for Frolin off the glass, difficult angle, and a beautiful soft touch put on display.
That three missed. Foxwell, Tuatara to get back.
Once Wiley hesitated on that first look, it's going to be tough for that second time around to go in. Got to shoot it with confidence when you have that first sniff.
Foxwell stepping back. Frolin with the offensive rebound over Vodanovic.
He's got the size. The double doesn't come.
NBL Rookie of the Year in 2019 in Australia for Adelaide.
Formerly played with this Auckland franchise of the Huskies.
As the Southern Huskies. Foxwell with the hand there and the push on Wiley.
The Huskies no longer the Tuatara. Much more apropos for their new home. Not that I think there are a lot of Huskies in Tasmania.
That's also true. Vodanovic. Josh Wiley, one of three basketball playing brothers, gets the roll on that one.
Well, reads what the defense gives him there. Gets into the teeth of it. He was looking for Tom Vodanovic the entire time, but when he gets that deep, Foxwell still hadn't recovered, does the right thing, makes the shot.
Frolin on the pull-up. Tuach with the rebound.
They're settling for jumpers right now. I'd like to see more rim attacks.
Trans three. Frolin cleans it up, looks for a quick outlet.
Davidson had leaked out.
And his hands just letting him down there, Carlin Davison, unfortunately.
Just a little off target by Foxwell as well. Really had to reach out of bounds to catch that one, was worrying about his footing at the same time. And you see Foxwell letting her know that's my fault. On to the next one.
Tuach with pace on, going at Frolin.
Frolin does a nice job of keeping his feet set, not fouling.
Fletcher, nice pass from Carlin Davidson.
Beautiful attack off the miss, and a little bit more of that is what Armand Fletcher needs. Some more aggressiveness, particularly on the rim, to get himself going.
Davison with a cross-court bounce pass. Here's Wiley turning the corner on Foxwell. Jack Andrew got him at the end. Wiley will go to the line to shoot two.
I think the foul was on Foxwell, who was getting a little hacky on the drive. Nice job by Wiley to get through that contact. That last swipe there almost loses the ball. Andrew probably would have gotten the block. The whistle was already blown, and Wiley off to the Chemist Warehouse stripe. Chemist Warehouse this year, every free throw made, they are adding to the pot to build a hoop in a school near you with the BB&Z Hoops in Schools program.
Played just 5 games last season in the Sal's NBL, 7 Rapid League games. Last year at Rosmini College in 2024 for young Josh Wiley.
One of a triplet, 2 of which are on this team. Third one, I think, is like too much basketball with you two. I'm off to something else.
Exeter in the game. Finding Davison. Davison on the cut and the finish.
Just such a strong move. Solid defense by Ledger there, defending physically with his hands straight up, but Carlin Davidson's learning how to play through contact to a much better degree this season.
Tuach gets the roll.
right into the teeth of defense. Excellent screen, creating the space. And he doesn't settle for the 15-footer. He gets right in, shoots about a 6-footer. And that's a timeout to the Airs. They don't like what they're seeing defensively right now. Early lead for the Tuatara after the Tuatara drive in.
And with the Tuatara having a slender lead, we're here for now from Nick Barrow, the vet, with Casey.
Well, officer, nice to have you here today. Coming up against this Air squad, very talented up front, especially with Harry Froling. How do you slow down somebody who's been that effective at getting the ball down low and putting it in the bucket?
Yeah, they've got some big bodies, so we just got to work through how we defend that in different ways, and we've got a few different options we'll come out with. Obviously, they are big, and with Dom and Jack as well, it's going to be a tough matchup, but we'll have a way to do it, I'm sure.
And looking at the Tuatara right now, don't have the full contingent of players. They've got something else going on at the moment today. But how has the squad come together after a tough first game to try and find ways to improve against a very talented team to try and get that win without those fellas?
Yeah, it's obviously exciting for Rob and Davo to be in the final today, and hopefully we'll see who wins, but we'll get a winner either way. Looking forward to kind of seeing how we've grown over the week with the imports in, and with Tommy V in for another week. Definitely helps. Every training you get better and kind of see the intensity we need to be at and teaching the young guys that level, and they're really going well, so confident we can get it done.
As Nick Barrow just played recently the police basketball tournament. I believe Auckland took up the title. Brad Clive was, the referee was at that tournament as well.
Everybody's getting in extra work.
Davison putting it up for Jack Andrew. That's so pretty.
That's beautiful. I mean, beautiful decision-making by Davison. Doesn't shoot the first jump shot. Gets deeper penetration. Both defenders come to him. And the athleticism of Jack Andrew on display, and a nice catch as well. Wasn't the easiest pass to finish.
Pride knocking it down. Well, did it rim in and out? Cam Glidden stood up. And I missed it. It hit the rim, and I thought it went in.
I thought that was just positive thinking.
No. I apologise. Armand Fletcher, Cam Glidden squatting down in front of us, and then when it went up, it went out.
Most aggressive we've seen Armand Fletcher yet this season. He's got a couple of normally he lets the game come to him, but today he's attacking the rim in transition, and that time in the half court.
Touch, head on the shot. Got him on the arm.
Just a little too aggressive by Jack Exeter. And, you know, if Touch wants to take that shot, if I'm Jack Exeter, I'm going to say, okay, you can take it. He's not on the catch. He's with the dribble back. It's a difficult one until you've got your eye in. And you don't mind being aggressive defensively, but you just have to have better awareness than that to foul a three-point shooter when you had him pretty much under control.
Born in Ethiopia, 30-year-old Touch. Played a couple of years of junior college, then went to Loyola Marymount. Played in some G League, England, Greece, and Australia.
Have a passport, can dribble, will travel.
That's in the second now.
Well, the free throws have not been going well for him. He's not shooting the ball great from the Chemist Warehouse stripe so far this season. He's put in the work. He's out there shooting a ton of free throws, but it just hasn't been able to deliver it just yet.
44% from the line, 1 of 3 to the Chemist Warehouse strip. And that... So the Airs with a 2-point lead. Talfa out there now. Armand Fletcher. Hadjanovic met him up high and fouled him. Carlin Davison with that pop.
Really like the way the Taranaki Airs are moving on the weak side of the court. They're not staying static, they're cutting through. Look at Carlin Davidson, he's going away, I'll come back, I'll make myself available. I'll give my driver an opportunity to dish that one off. Good, strong attempt at the basket afterwards. I was quite surprised he actually didn't flush that one, but takes the contact off to the Chemist Warehouse for 2.
Sam McKinnon, an Australian NBL great.
Former MVP. Just such a tough player to play against. And I think he's brought a lot of that mindset to his coaching. You heard about the way he influenced that Southeast Melbourne team so many times as an assistant coach this season. Took over briefly as the head coach, but his Taranaki Air squad as well. last season, this season has really taken on his personality.
And there's a Southeast Melbourne Phoenix player, Tom Vidanovic, connecting from deep.
That's what Tommy V needed. Tough first outing, had the injury. Just get his eye, and the catch and shoot is where he excels.
Dom Kalman-Poto in the game, number 25. Davison, Nick Barrow cutting that off. Here's Fletcher running into Nick Barrow. That's what Nick Barrow will do. He'll take space.
He is not the guy you want to run into when you're driving into the lane.
Vidanovic, contested 3 off. Here's Davison.
And these are big minutes for the Airs. If they can build a lead or hold steady when they don't have a true point guard, that bodes well for getting Foxball.
Oh, that's a great look from Telford at DKP.
Well, perfectly executed little down screen action there. Telford comes off. Good quick roll by DKP to get the catch.
Amon Fletcher just flings Vidanovic out of the way. Check this out on the replay here. Right between the legs.
Nutmeg. CAuckland. Telford had quite the smile on the way back. DKP's game's pretty sticky.
Oh, I love that, Casey Frank. Just an absolute web of intrigue.
There we go. Yeah, I like the tail you're spinning, Moles.
Oh! Right. Well, with great power comes great responsibility. No, that's enough. Vidanovic hits his third 3 attempt.
Tommy V. He says, what are you putting those stats of me up in the pregame?
I can't believe we did that to him.
You put those stats up? Take these stats. Coming to work, 6 points already, 2 for 3.
Oh, the athleticism of Davison. He's my favorite player to watch. Just every time he gets a touch, something happens with him.
Well, anything can happen at any point in time. And, you know, with players that are this athletic, the thing that you say is like, well, he just really doesn't know how to use it yet. And that's not to say he doesn't know how to jump, but you learn as a player when you can really put your pedal on the metal to the full extent and really try and use it, when to just lean back a little bit. But he is really I've seen an exponential growth in his game this season.
Just getting better and better each season. Is Vidanovic, another 3. That's his 3rd. He's 3 or 4 from deep.
And this is a man who's made 11 threes in an NBL game before. And he is well on his way to that today.
Quinn Bailey, strong rapid league game in the Airs win. Davison. DKP almost made it there. And we'll go to the Tuatara and Harry Froling back in the game.
You mentioned Bailey's rapid league game, which makes it surprising he didn't shoot that shot. He hit a couple of threes in the rapid league. That's a look. I like that look better than the one Carlin Davison has coming off the dribble. He caught, he shot, he had a decent look at it, thought twice, unselfishly wanted to get his teammates involved, but I think he's got to be a bit more aggressive there.
Vidanovic driving this time, off the glass.
He's driven right now. He's heard all this talk. Oh, no Rob Lowe, no Devo Hickett, we can't win? Well, let's watch this space and see what I can create. On the path to 40 right now, 11 points already.
Froling. I don't know if Harry Froling's ever played against Nick Barrow before, but I'm going to pick he's going to remember playing against Nick Barrow.
Well, one of my favorite things for Nick Barrow is to see what imports and start saying about him the first time they run into him. Because they start looking at this guy as like, is he carved out of granite?
Yeah, he's strong.
He just has the center of gravity that is so difficult to move.
Harry Froling, brother Sam, has 2 sisters, Keely and Alicia, who play in the WNBL in Australia. Basketball family, basketball parents. And Froling left behind from Davison for him, misses the shot though.
Score is 21-18, just a little bit slow for Tom Vidanovic, his bucket to get on the board.
Tuach for 3. Oh, that's nice. That'll feel good for Tuach.
Tuatara taking a 6-point lead. Tuach didn't hit the free throws, but looking good from deep.
Oh, nice work. Davison with a pinpoint pass and beautiful position from Froling.
Well, you can look like a good passer with a receiver like Harry Froling. He does a great job of using his body to seal and soft hands that always seem to look like pillowcases when he catches it.
24-20, Tuatara with the lead. powered by Tom Vodanovic's 9 points, 3 threes, and a foul.
Carl Davidson did all the hard work there, and I like fighting around the screen, but that aggression on that one, unfortunately, gives possession away this time to the Tuatara. He's saying it's the screen, but the screen's not what's called. It's the hand on the arm on that jump shot.
Dylan Wilkie had his arm grabbed. So Wilkie at the line.
And Wilkie can be a weapon for this Tuatara squad. He's got really nice scoring ability, good size. And once the full squad comes back in, he looks like a guy that could come off that bench and give you that instant offense, 6 points in a couple of minutes. Exactly the kind of pick-me-up this Tuatara team needs after losing some of its depth in the offseason.
Davison using that athleticism. Too strong though, and Froling is fouled. Vodanovic is claiming he took an elbow from Froling there.
I did. I didn't. Cam Glidden, coach for the Tuatara, is trying to say it's purposeful. From this angle, it looked like he was just trying to get a shot up. Either way, he's off to the Chemist Warehouse stripe. But take another look at it. Nice rebound. Comes in. Yeah, little bit of an elbow into the face of Josh Ledger. Yeah, it's just sometimes you just wear a bow when you're playing against the big guys. I became very intimate with Alex Pledger's elbows after guarding him in training for the Tall Blacks for several years.
Oh.
I knew the names. I knew the difference between the left and the right.
That would not be fun.
It was not.
Vodanovic.
Well, if he would have hit that one, he would have been going for a 40-piece.
Vodanovic streaking out, didn't realize they got the offensive rebound off that miss. Back into it. Here goes Wiley. Josh Wiley driving, picking it out. Wilkie in the corner. Pretty.
That's excellent basketball. Wiley with the penetration. The defense collapses. He doesn't look at the rim. He looks for his option. Wilkie out there waiting for the ball. Drains the triple.
Telfer harassed Davison. Fires it. Fletcher. Froling can't get it. Wilkie. Lost the handle.
Telfer. Hustle, Telfer.
Scott Telfer at midcourt. Here comes Davison the other way. Bailey, there it is, in rhythm, knocking it down, no. Wilkie.
Harry Froling a little upset. He wants a touch, especially if he doesn't have the big guys on there. Harry Froling's coming down. He said, hey, look at the position I have. Start feeding me the ball. I have the advantage, and we're not using it right now.
Now, if you're unfamiliar with Harry Froling's story, Harry Froling back in basketball after a vicious coward punch a couple of years ago in ICU, in a coma. He was told he wouldn't play basketball when he came back. And this has been quite the story for Harry Froling. Just a daily reminder on the side of his scalp of what could have been in the bad sense, and what a great story it is that he's made it all the way back.
786 days between games. Fantastic to see him playing well.
Wilkie from the Chemist Warehouse line. Fouled as well.
How about Wilkie coming out and performing?
Scott Telfer's like, me?
So
Scott, unfortunately.
So count the bucket.
Yeah.
Balls after the shot, so it's going to be Ledger. I'm trying to figure out if this is going to be one free throw, 2 free throws here.
Two free throws.
So they're saying the shots in the air, it's essentially a player control foul afterwards. So not on the shot, but 2 free throws for Ledger after the ball went through.
So the foul was away from the shot, and that means they're in the bonus because there's 5 team fouls on the airs. So Ledger, this is the first from the Chemist Warehouse line.
Wilkie, 7 points already. 11 for Vodanovic. Tuak with 6.
Carlin Davison to Froling, spinning on Ledger. Fletcher. Yeah, Fletcher is fouled. That will go on Josh Wiley, that foul.
Well, that's a big possession for the Airs because they couldn't come up empty here. They'd be looking at possibly going down 10. Instead, off to the Chemist Warehouse. Not only does it give them a chance to cut this lead back to 6, but also the opportunity to go set their defense on the back end as Harry Froling sits down.
This has been a really good quarter of basketball by the Tuatara.
It's a vastly different team from their opening game. Just didn't look connected. Didn't look like a team that had spent much time together, which in actuality they were, much like every team. But a full week of training since then. And now they're able to just be a little bit more in tune offensively and on the other side of the ball.
Well, given, that this has been a very, very busy Mad March to begin the season, they do have that luxury of having a full week between games.
Not many people have that. 26 games in 20 days to open the season for the CAuckland.
Time winding down on the shot clock. It's just a wild pass there from Wiley to Wilkie.
Well, Wiley's thinking past the entire time, and I praised him on the previous one when he found Wilkie in the corner. This one's a little different. It was a bit more spread out. He had some space. When you get that deep, that's the time maybe you want to look at the basket a bit more, especially if you've been facilitating before that.
Ledger called for the foul. He wants the flop call on Froling for trying to sell it. But that will be shots for the Airs here with 6.3 to go in the first quarter. Harry Froling good on the first from the Chemist Warehouse line. It's been a good quarter of basketball by the Airs, but it's just been a better one from the Tuatara. They've just executed really well.
But the Airs have taken the punch, though, and they're back in this ball game, so they've got to feel pretty good about the way things are going. And interestingly, a first quarter player's timeout being used. So quite often this is saved until right before halftime, but the possession here is just important as that one. And with 6 seconds left, thanks to BNZ, you've got a chance to win tickets to CAuckland games this season. Just scan that QR code and see if your group might be eligible to come to a game near you.
Player timeout, 30 seconds, no coach involvement, no subs in. You advance the ball if it's taken in the backcourt. Here we go, 6.3 to go. Wiley up high. Latu in the game. Latu for three. And an air ball to finish us. They tried to execute, couldn't quite get it done. But the Airs pull it back a little bit, but a 31 quarter by the Tuatara. And with Casey Frank, it's Carlin Davison.
Carlin, the Tuatara made a big push to get a big lead, but you were able to work your way back into it. What was going well for the Airs to find their way back into this game?
We're just getting downhill in transition. Harry's sealing well, and he's just playing good basketball down low.
Can we get some dunks, bro?
Yeah, hopefully.
Thanks for that. We'll be back after this with the Tuatara up 31-26.
Try and get as many as you can in here. You got 30 seconds. Let's roll. First one up. No, good. Keep on going. Keep on. All right, next one. Drop it down. You got yourself a quick shot. I've got one here as well for Easton. Here we go. Let's still got plenty of time. Let's go. Keep rolling. Each time you score a bucket, you'll get another big stop. Another one for you, my mates. Here we go. Lawrence. 15 seconds on the clock. Another one for Easton. Lawrence Granville. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Casablanca coming up. Looks good. Oh my God! Good from Lawrence. What a shot. Well, to Eden as well. He'll be eating on the way home. Thanks to the fouls for Vincent. New York Pizza, basically partners of South 2025. There we are. And you too can be part of the CAuckland Fiddles. Now available at all South pizzerias across New Zealand. Domination of famous New York pepperoni, classic cheese,
Welcome back to Eventfinda Stadium in Auckland. And it's the Tuatara with a lead of 5, 31-26. Sam McKinnon joins us now, head coach of the Tuatara, excuse me, Sam. How do you feel after that first quarter there, the way the Tuatara came out?
Yeah, they're shooting the ball really well. Wiley's in the middle of the floor is getting his right hand too much, so we need to do a better job of getting him a bit directional and getting some stops.
You mentioned in pregame you gave up too many offensive rebounds, 2 turnovers, just one of those each to the Tuatara, 1 to your team. Are you pleased with the way that you've been able to go against their defense without turning the ball over?
Yeah, we're definitely our live ball turnovers are a lot better and looking after the ball. Rebounding, we spoke about before the game, try to be the best rebounding team in the league. So made that pretty clear in the pregame talk, and that's good. Just got to tidy up a few things on defense.
Appreciate your time, Sam. Good luck for the rest of the game.
Thank you.
Wiley up high. While we're talking to Sam, he has closed it up to a 3-point game, 31-28. Pride looking to double the advantage, misses that. Davison.
Ayers doing a great job on the defensive glass, really controlling that. But what's interesting is they have 20 points in the paint on 10 of 13 shooting in that opening quarter. Really dominating down low. Going to be tough for the Tuatara to slow that down.
Fletcher, they wanted the walk, and they get the walk.
Well, I think that looked more awkward than it actually was. I kind of think he held the steps, but Cam Glidden, getting into coach mode, screams for that call and is able to get it in eventually, convincing the officiating crew that, yeah, there was a foul, there was a travel.
Just 6 points in the paint for the Tuatara. They didn't need a lot of points in the paint when Tom Bogdanovic was knocking down threes midway through that first quarter. 6 of 11 overall for the team in green.
Oh, that would have been a highlight. Josh Ledger is upset that that didn't get through. He was going to get his rim rattler. Nice. Looks like that was off the first foot, not Carlin Davidson's, although he was trying to give it a go.
Tuatara to get us back underway. Foxwell back out there, under an injury cloud, sore neck, missed the game against the Jets. Turnover, Carlin Davidson, who else? And then with the left hand, it's just so quick.
That passing lane was open, and then Carlin Davidson closed it like he was a bouncer at closing time and said, everybody out, this is mine. Beautiful finish afterwards as well.
Another turnover this time, it's Foxwell with it. Here comes Armand Fletcher. Gets it blocked by Ledger.
How about Ledger controlling it afterwards as well?
And the other way, it's Tuatara.
Wow, the live ball miss on that one that was controlled opens the opportunity for running the other way. Great run by Tuatara and a nice find in transition by Pride.
Foxwell, the runner. That's pretty trading buckets.
Oh, the lefty. It's just the cheat code being a left-hander. And Foxwell comes out and hits that one. Makes it look so easy. Nice to see him playing extended minutes, getting out here in the second quarter. Great D by Bogdanovic as well. He's right there, contesting right in his face, but Foxwell, he's got the ability to make some shots. He's having a little chat with Wiley back there too about the difficulty of that one.
Jack Andrew using the stout defensive skills on Bogdanovic to stop him.
Stoutness to stoutness.
And too low for Frolling. Wiley picked off by Foxwell. Another steal for him in this quarter. Left hand, wanted the bump call, didn't get it.
Oh,
knocked his head.
That's going to be on, I think, one of the chairs there he hit.
Slid out of bounds and knocked his head on the...
Was concerning that it was going to be neck, but he's back in the get play.
Frolling with the board.
Well, I mean, that first half, we did not have a lot of turnovers, just 3 in total. But we're already up to 9, 6 turnovers in the first 3 minutes of this quarter.
Frolling. Andrew with a big rebound. timeout called by Cam Glidden and the Tuatara. Just like that, the Airs have taken back the lead.
Well, that big lineup with Jack Andrew and Harry Froland is doing damage on the offensive glass. And when you throw in Carlin Davidson and Armand Fletcher into that mix, they are suddenly very long, very athletic. The Tuatara, after playing against that size very well in the opening quarter, struggling particularly on the offensive glass here in the second.
We played 5-on-4 for 10 seconds and couldn't find a shot. Play what's in front of you. Next play. Next play. Boy. Boy. I want you to bring it down here. We play second side. It comes back to Boy. Boy, it's going to come back to you in the middle. Josh Ledger. Twist. Twist. Boy, you're coming right hand. Okay, so set it up to the left. The rescreen. Chuck, you be on this side. Get the flare from Nick. Cool? Fellas, it's us again. Come on.
Well, Cam Glidden sees it. He sees that they had control of this game, but it's slowly slipping away from them. They need a little bit of energy. Maybe they need to get themselves a large pepperoni pizza from Sal's. They could use this QR code or use that online code, Sal's Dribble 25. 29, and it's under $30 for a full pizza. Oh my, that's a deal.
No one will segue into a promo like Casey Frank in 2025.
A segue as if it's as smooth as if I am riding a Segway.
Let's see if this play eventuates the way that Cam Glidden wants. Here is Boy Tuach. Need to kick it out to Wiley. Still a little bit of time, down to 5 on the shot clock now. Comes Charlie Pride, and it's Tuach in the corner.
Airs just swarming the defensive glass. Everybody finding a body. See no of those teal jerseys inside the black.
We're going teal. I went green earlier. We'll go teal.
You're probably right.
I think you're probably right.
It's kind of seafoam green. I don't know.
Maybe the Tuatara mascot's got the teal on. There's a whistle before the block, and it's a 3-second call.
That's a quick 3.
It's a really quick 3, isn't it?
I thought they came in for the screen. Nice action. Good high-low. Nice find by Fletcher.
I believe we had a 3-second call in the Rapid League game, so maybe it is a point of emphasis. There's Tuach. Come on, Fletcher goes over the top.
Excellent defense, Fletcher. So active. Work to get back in front.
Foxwell. Frolling finds Foxwell cutting. Dropped it off to Jack Andrew, and one for the big man from North Otago.
Well, Frolling is just a great passer as a big. He's always got his head on a swivel looking. And then I like what Foxwell does. He misses the shot, but he makes himself available on a cut. And then the unselfish pass to Jack Andrew, who keeps moving. Strong finish through Ledger, who fouls him but doesn't foul him hard enough to take it. And now that's the 3rd personal on Ledger, making this front line for the Vodanovic, or front line for the Tuatara, just a wee bit smaller.
So Jack Andrew at the line. Spent time with the Perth Wildcats a couple of seasons ago, 2 years as a development player. Played 80 games for the Nuggets, featured in both their championships, 2020 and 2022. Airs with a 4-point lead. Barrow looking for position.
Great defense by the Airs.
Vodanovic will shoot it. And he'll knock it down. Tom Vodanovic.
Good scramble. They were everywhere. Andrew extends on that shot, but better shot making. Tommy V up to 14 points on 4 of 6 shooting from deep. Keeping the Tuatara in this one.
Exeter. Armand Fletcher looking to drive. Tuach right there on him. Oh, tough offense. Just puts his hands up and was like, where's the foul call?
I thought Tuach was in excellent defensive position, but Fletcher is able to take that bump and still get it in.
Vodanovic was on one. He's got them all.
He is on one. 17 points. 5 for 7 from deep, 6 for 8 overall.
Frolling. That three is good. Trading buckets from deep are the two teams.
Right back at you. Harry Froling now 4 for 8 from the field and 1 of 2 from behind the arc.
Vidanovic chased off the three-point line. Nick Barrow can't get it. Here comes Foxwell. Nice bounce pass to Exeter.
If Cam Glennon's got to be thinking about another timeout here, the air is starting to take advantage and winning the game in the hustle categories, getting back quicker, forcing on balls and getting out in transition in all these hands and passing lanes.
It's tough work for the Tuatara in the offensive sets. His defense is really good. Tuach takes the hit. As Exeter goes down, he wore all of that in the chest. Maybe the face as well.
I think it was a lot of jaw. But it was a basketball move. Tuach is just in his natural shooting motion. Exeter's trying to get himself back into play, and that's why he wears it squarely in the jaw. Froling and Fletcher to the bench. DKP and Carlin Davison in. 5-point lead. Tuach needs to find his range from the Chemist Warehouse stripe. And he hits the first one, and that means Chemist Warehouse is donating to the Hoops in Schools program in conjunction with BBNZ. They are bringing a hoop to a school near you. More details on this program as the season comes along, but there's one more bucket added to the tally.
Back to 3. The Airs taking the lead here in the second quarter. Tuatara into a 2-3 zone. Andrew in the middle of it all. He gets his own rebound. He can't convert.
Well, Nick Barrow with an excellent bump, forcing that first miss. Jack Andrew, he's a little rushed in there. He needs to take a little bit more time. No shot blockers on the court right now for him. So if he slows down a little bit, gathers himself, and then goes up, he should have an easier finish.
Well, 6 offensive rebounds for the Airs in this half so far. Carlin Davison secure the glass, do the Tuatara on that end. Back down again. Two teams shooting at high percentage, 52 for the Tuatara with the ball, 53% for Taranaki. It's Tuach. Time winding down. To the cup and in off the glass.
A nice drive, good seal down low to give Tuach the opportunity to finish there. And better offense when they're attacking the rim, not settling for jumpers.
Foxwell. That's sweet from Owen Foxwell.
Pure as a driven snow. Foxwell, not 100% feeling-wise, but able to hit that one up to 7 points now.
Just the second three-pointer for the Airs. They were 0 for 7 before Frolling hit one, and now Foxwell. Airs gathered the rebound, empty possession for the Tuatara. 4-point lead. Foxwell gets the roll to 6-point lead.
Oh, that's a tricky little dribble. Looked like it was going to pass out, and there's the timeout for Cam Glidden, the lead back to 6. He needs a great possession here offensively, but what they really need to talk about is how much paint penetration they're giving up to the Airs. Need to find a way to play solid defense on the perimeter and take away those opportunities.
So it's been a very, very good second quarter from the Airs. They've done a very good job defensively. Really got in among the passing lanes. Been very disruptive. And this 5-point lead that the Tuatara had at quarter time is now swung in favor of the Airs, now leading by 6.
Most of that's due to the turnovers. They've had 5 turnovers in this quarter so far. And when you combine that with the offensive rebound opportunities that the Taranaki Airs have been able to convert, and as overall just their lack of ability with the basketball, it's equaled 9 extra shots for the Taranaki Airs right now. They've shot 36, Auckland's only shot 27. So even if you're shooting 50%, you just don't have the numbers to make up. The sheer value that Taranaki is playing with right now is giving them the easy path into the lead.
Charlie Pride might have to start getting in some work pretty soon. He's just 1 for 4. 3 points for him in his 14 minutes.
And the shot he hit was the very first one of the game. Out of the corner, got that catch. Since then, 0 for 3, and hasn't been able to find a lot of ball in hand. And they don't expect Pride to come in and be a 25-point all-world guy. He's going to probably look a lot more comfortable once you see Rob Lowe in there, once you see Will Hickey come in and join the lineup. But without those guys around, you see Tom Vodanovic putting so much work in, 17 points. You see Tuak, he's gotten more aggressive today. He's got 12. Charles Pride is the other one who needs to get a little bit of that activity.
Here is Pride. Vodanovic, another three. Oh, it came off Carlin Davidson. Just couldn't quite time it properly.
Well, you're not expecting the air ball there, the long one. And Tom Vodanovic was a bit of a bad pass by Wilkie. He had to reach for it, took him off his platform, and that forced a wayward shot.
Foxwell goes down, and then a kick ball from DKP. Tom Vodanovic saying it's either a foul or a flop.
I'll tell you what, when Tommy V's shoulder's in your chest, you're not flopping.
Yeah.
I thought Foxwell moved well. I don't know if it was a charge. Yeah, it's a charge.
Foxwell, all he can do is smile.
Well, you're not going to get mad at Tommy V.
No, you're not.
That's barking up the wrong tree there.
Sam McKinnon, he's also looking at Foxwell going, I don't know. Anyway, back to it in this possession. Wiley. Ah, that's good from Josh Wiley.
Wiley with the jumper.
Chris Wiley, sorry.
Nice pass from Pride to set him up with the shot clock running down. Cuts the lead in half.
Here's Foxwell. Hit as he shot. He'll go to the line to shoot two. It's a second team foul. Both teams only committing 2 for the Tuatara now, 1 for the Airs.
And that play, the depth of it is a product of the screening action by Jack Andrew. He's setting great screens, forcing those defenders to trail, putting Foxwell in the excellent position to keep that defender on his hip and get the finish. Look at that screen. Look how far back Wiley is. He's got no place in the play. Just trying to get back into it. He gets pinged with a foul. Foxwell doesn't get the hoop, gets the harm, but misses the first from the Chemist Warehouse.
Tuatara have hit 9 threes. That's as many as they've attempted at the Airs. They're getting points in the paint so far in this first half of basketball. Up to 34 now of their 50. Vodanovic, Wilkie running the floor.
Heads up play by Wilkie, but the miss opens up transition.
Great work on the glass by the Airs. Andrew, I'll tell you what, Barrow once again stood his ground and gave Carlin Davidson just enough doubt to leave it a little bit short.
I love the rim attack. Excellent job by the Airs to continue fighting, getting on the offensive glass once again.
Fletcher, arm on Fletcher with a long two.
Just the most aggressive he's been this season. That's his 9th point, 4 for 7 from the field now. No rebounds, but affecting feeds on this end as well.
Vodanovic. This is another one there. Charlie Pride couldn't get the putback in.
Unlucky on the miss there after the good work to get that possession.
30 seconds to go in the half. Frolling. He said something online. It's very slippery.
That is exactly what he said.
That's exactly what he said.
Hey, Sampano rubs it off for him. He had the nice move. He used the up fake. He had the lane, but it just got loose on him like a greased pig.
Split second differential between the game clock and the shot clock here. Do have a player timeout, the Airs as well. Oh, what a block by Jack Andrew. They might not use it. Frolling thought about it, tries to get it up, and that'll end us for the first half of basketball. And the Airs have a lead here, 52-46 at Eventfinda Stadium. As We'll go to the halftime break shortly before before that, we'll speak with Harry Frolin. He's with Casey.
Harry, good first half there for the Taranaki Airs. You fought back. What was he finding more success in that second quarter when things were going well?
Yeah, I think we just let Tommy V get loose a bit in the first half, and you know, he's an NBL player, he's a good shooter, and put a lot of points on the board, but we tightened it up at the end and made other guys beat us, so got to carry that into the second half.
For yourself, how's the body coming together? How are the minutes loads increasing on you? Is it feeling good? Does it feel like you need a little bit more work?
Oh yeah, I'm probably 70% of what I'm going to be. Still work in progress, as I said. It's only up from here for me, so I just keep trying to be a good teammate, lead these boys. We've got like a lot of young boys on the team, and the rest will take care of itself with time. You know, I'm chipping away and doing the right thing, so.
Appreciate it, Tom. Good luck in the second half. I got Tommy V coming in. Tommy, very aggressive this game, trying to get your team in. What was the mindset coming in when you were trying to get those three-point shots off?
Just trying to win the game, man. You know, we're down a few men. Everyone's got to step up, and shit, we got to score somehow, so.
A little bit of trouble keeping care of the basketball, turning it over, and on the offensive glass, giving things up. What can you do against the Airs in those two categories to get back on top?
Yeah, I mean, it starts with me just losing the ball, you know. We just got to look after the ball. If we want to beat a really good team, we've got to have the ball in our hands. So, yeah, tighten a few things up, get a bit better on the O-boards, and then sweet.
Appreciate it, Tom. Good luck in the second half.
52 rather to 46. It is the Taranaki Airs. Fought back in that second quarter with the lead. We'll be back after the break to break it all down for you with the stats.
Well done, he's got that. Let's get him for round one. Right, next up, model catch sports. We're going to mess the scores up. Might be a little bit of basketball in there. Might be something else. Let's have a look at our first question. Who was the captain of the New Zealand Warriors between 2010 and 2016? What do you reckon? Simon Mannering, Ruben Wiki, Steve Price? Mannering, all right. He's going to lock in Mannering. Let's have a look. Oh, actually, we'll get the answers at the end. We've got two to go. Stephen Adams wore what number in his rookie career? 12, right. Next up, number 3. Which golf term is a term when you play from your previous team in the shot with Ambrose, Skins, or Vegas? Golf players. What? You want to have a crack at 1 and 3? He's going to go Skins. You want to lock one in? We'll go Vegas. I have a feeling you might be both in a bit of trouble on that one. So we've got Mannering, team number 12. And we have Ambrose. So that is 2 apiece now for our contestants. And that brings us down to finish the lyrics. Who wants to go first? Because whatever you pick, you go first. All right, here we go. You don't know what song it is yet. Let's crank it up. Oh, they both got no idea. Next to one of the crowd like that at the same time. Don't call me baby. Let's find out if he's correct. No. It is your report. Right, next song. Let's do it. Let's take this one. For a point. He's gone with Yellow Brick Road. Let's have a look. Yellow and green it is. All right. We're still tied. This is for the win. Oh, it's your song. It's the one you needed up before. We're going to go with the points. Yeah, this is it. Line up on this. Gomez Chase. It was a long intro that one. Chase it is. We have a winner here. Matt is our winner. Romeo runner up here for our trivia challenge.
Midway through our triple header of basketball here in the 09 Tamaki Makaurau, the Auckland Tuatara. Cam Glidden and his team came out strong, and they're in a little bit of a hole at the moment. Down 6 after a strong second quarter. From the visitors, the Taranaki Airs, they have the lead 52-46. Still a game to come later on. Panthers hosting the Manawatu Jets from Tolman Arena. Casey Frank, Andrew Mulligan on hand. I just get the Sky Sport bit underneath my name. You're a 4-time NZNBL champion.
Good trade, bro. Good trade.
Do we even use X anymore? Not me. A little bit. Anyway, welcome back. Halftime here. Let's have a look at two of the bigs for these two teams going at it in the inside-outside game, contrasting fortunes for both. We'll start with Harry Froling.
Well, Harry Froling got off to a bit of a slow start, didn't get a lot of ball in hand, but look at the efficiency. That was his first bucket. He's just got so many different ways to affect you, doing a nice job on the glass, pulling down 8 of them. Solid defensively in the big of the lane because he's a big body making things, but it's that kind of play. Sealing Marrow underneath, making himself available, coming off the on-ball, and look at the lightness of foot coming out and hitting that shot. Remember, he's 6'11" and about 130 kilos right now, has a soft touch as well. Such an offensive force to him. What a pickup it's been for the Taranaki to have him.
Tom Vodanovic was killing it from deep for the Tuatara. 5 first-half three-pointers for the big.
It's a time today he's going to have offensively to carry this Tuatara team to victory. He's spacing out the Taranaki Airs, forgot about him a little bit, and you might see him just sneak inside the three-point line in the second half because there's going to be some extra attention on there. Maybe he can find some space down low and open up opportunities like that on the drive. But when you're shooting the rock like Tommy V is, you got to keep feeding him. He's hit 11 three-pointers in the NZNBL game before, and he might have to do that today to get the Tuatara back on top.
Well, their percentage dropped in that second quarter towards the end. They were shooting over 50%. That's what the Airs are currently at 52%. And good work on the glass, the offensive glass especially. 8 offensive rebounds for the Airs, 7 turnovers. I think 5 of them in that second quarter for the Tuatara. But we'll take a break here at Eventfinda Stadium, and when we come back, we'll hear from Carlin Davison on working with Australian head coach Sam McKinnon.
Davison, strap yourselves in. Up and in.
It's a great feeling, man. I love it back home, you know. Go away for so long and then, you know, come back for the next 4 months. Just get to be at home around your own people. You know, Nipuma's beautiful, man. I love it. And fans, crowd, everything. Just love home, mate. Sam was really good for me. It doesn't take anything away from the other coaches that I've had previous, but Sam, I felt like Sam understands me.
Just, Carl, if you need to set that screen, Jack, just come into that ball screen. And you just clear. You play dunker spot. Play dunker spot. Here we go. Recognise that dunkers. Yes, I'm doing 1, 2, 3. Yes.
Sam was good, man. He was good for the community, good for the younger guys in our team, even the older people, and just, I mean, the ownership, yeah, they're doing a good job, but they're still learning too. And coming from Australia to New Zealand to a small city, you know, you gotta do certain things certain ways. Owners are really nice people, and so is Sammy Mack, and I know he's going to help out our province a lot, I think.
Carlin Davison and the Taranaki Airs, that connection with Sam McKinnon. You know, Carlin Davison, there'll be a lot of clubs interested in the Breakers development player, Carlin Davison. Get their hands on it and see there's a Southeast Melbourne Phoenix connection with Sam McKinnon and some of the ownership group. That would be a nice addition to the wing spot.
And would be a nice opportunity for Carlin Davison. You know, it's obviously a lot of things up in the air right now with the Breakers about where these things are going to end up with the sale of the team right now. Who's going to be on that squad, if he's going to get another opportunity. But we heard Harry Froling, he actually put it out on social media after the first game of the season that Carlin Davison is an NBL player right now. He needs to be on a roster playing minutes.
Here he is with the ball. Touch, got all of them.
Just really did a nice job of taking the hits from Tuak there. Tuak played the nice defense, and at the very end tried to bring his hand down, picks up his first personal foul. He's in good defense here. It's right here where he reaches down. A lot of basketball, but I think it was a culmination of all that contact that gets the whistle. Carlin Davison at the Chemist Warehouse strike for 2.
Missing the first. Yes, back to that sale of the Breakers. Expected an official announcement tomorrow from the new ownership group. That is the rumor.
the rumors. Well, there's a lot of smoke next to that fire.
Certainly is. Wiley lost the handle, gets it back. Touch. 6 to shoot now. Froling on him. Drives at the big. Can't get the touch. Oh, it's Jack Andrew with another rebound.
Tremendous foot movement there by Harry Froling out on the island of the guard, able to still get the stop.
Fletcher, not quite in rhythm, just had a little hitch, little check in that release.
Yeah, nice closeout by Pride to make that a little bit more difficult.
Bogdanovic from wide lane, and Ledger puts it over Jack Andrew, and then
Jack Andrew nearly gets that block. Nice unselfish play there by Tom Bogdanovic to get Josh Ledger the ball in hand and see if he can't get a little momentum.
Oh, backdoor cut. Fletcher couldn't quite get it to go down, though.
Well, I love Harry Froling at that passing position. He can create so many things for you. You still have to respect him as a shooter.
Bogdanovic kicking it out. You're right, Casey. Much more aggressive, but this time it's an Ayers steal through Carlin Davison. Lost it, and it stays with the Taranaki Ayers.
Carlin Davison looking for a couple of subs.
Did he just say?
I don't know. I don't want to get him fined.
I don't think I heard it. I didn't hear a thing. Davison for 3. That's good.
He's rolling with the punches much better than he has in previous seasons. He's maturing as a player, doesn't get the call he wants, shakes it off, comes hits the triple.
Touch. Again, it's Jack Andrew affecting the play in the key. Oh, what a catch. He ran that down like a wide receiver, did Carlin.
Little smile on the face. Foxwell, belief in the wing to go get it. He does, and then the heads-up play, tossing it off Charles Pride to keep possession as the Ayers look to get this lead to 10.
Touch just 8. Harry Froling's hip. ate it.
Well,
and he was called for the foul, Froling.
When you have the ball in hand, you can't just pivot out and hit players. Now, that said, I thought he pivoted and then the contact hit. Let's take a look at it. To me, he's set. Now, if you don't want to fall down, don't run into the 6'11", 130-kilogram dude.
Great advice. I mean, that's advice life on the court and off it.
It's always better to bite off what you can chew. But Tuak gets the call that time. Benefit of the doubt, and that was a sorely needed stop for the Tuatara. Now they need to convert on this end.
Looking for the handoff, Tuach. Off the glass and in. What an athletic finish.
Well, Jack Andrews doing an excellent job protecting the rim, making them hesitate on these shots. But Tuak with better shot making that time.
Oh, what a catch. Jack Andrew. Tell you what, he's lost some weight and got some springs.
He has always been springy, but he does look in better shape. He's moved up to Taranaki this season after a couple of years with Otago. Still trying to fight his way back into the BL. But this is the type of springiness he does have. Coach Brent Matahara used to tell me that when he was a younger player, this guy's athletic, Casey. This guy can jump like you wouldn't believe, and we're starting to see more of that.
Bogdanovic with a three. Yeah, I'll be honest, Jack Andrew is really good positionally. And that's probably why we haven't seen that leaping ability all the time consistently in the NZNBL, because he does his job really, really well.
Well, it's also interesting because he runs kind of heavy, as you see Charlie Pride get that stop, but he looks like a heavy guy. He doesn't look light on his feet until he jumps.
FYI, that was a great look from Carlin Davison to find him as well. Here's Bogdanovic going at Froling with the soft hands. That's great defense from Harry Froling.
Well, I thought Harry Froling actually hit that out, but Tom Bogdanovic just losing it, upset with himself, not up with the call. Nice job by Harry Froling again, moving the feet, keeping in front of a quicker offensive player. And the Tuatara have to dig deep to find another stop, but the Airs, they're starting to get it looks like they're about to break this dead levy.
Froling and Bogdanovic battling on the block. Foxwell stepping through with a left. And the lefty is fouled.
It's just a little bit awkward guarding a left-handed player. A defender, you just expect that shot to come off the other end. And you read the scouting reports, you understand it, but when essentially 95% of your basketball life is guarding one type of player, when you come up against that left-hander, it does make it a little bit more difficult to pull off.
Talfa is in the game. So Quinn Bailey, he's joined the fray. Froling sits.
And they've been really able to manage Harry Froling's minutes nicely. Still working his way into the shape he's going to be. But with Jack Andrew playing those side minutes, Quinn Bailey coming off being productive, they haven't had to rely on him for longer than 4 minutes at a time.
Keep ticking up. The lead at 7 now. Pride looking to make it 4, and he does.
I'd like to see him be more aggressive. You can tell he's a facilitator. He's just trying to get this team going. But I wouldn't mind seeing him just put a little bit more pressure on himself, take a little bit more of that offensive responsibility on his shoulders.
Broken up by Ledger. Wiley, cross court to Tuach. Bogdanovic in rhythm. Back of the iron. Off the top of the backboard and falls to the Tuatara. Wiley knocking down that three.
Well, how about that sequence from Josh Ledger? Timeout to the Taranaki Airs because they're disappointed with the rebounding effort on that last play. And the lead is cut to a slender 1 point after Ledger on one side gets a beautiful deflection, reads that play so well, hustles down, gets the offensive rebound, decides not to put it in, but then is able to kick it out to Wiley, who nails the triple. And all of a sudden, it looked like it was going to be the Airs pulling away. Tuatara back in it.
Then we all want to shoot it. We don't play defense. Let's switch any ball screen with Tom Bogdanovic. Switch it and contest it and deal with him driving. That one there, Carl, in the middle, you've got to get over that one. That wasn't Tommy, that was someone else. Chase over, you can't go under. All right? It's a simple stuff, fellas. Stay on the same page, all right? Wildcat, next play. Here we go. There's on 3.
Big game as well. Another one in the 09. This time it's the Panthers hosting the Jets from Pullman Arena. And that starts from 6:30 with the Rapid League game. Panthers getting another one at home at Pullman Arena.
The lone drummer up there.
Lone drummer.
Where's your crew, bro? Who put this guy? He's putting in work, though. Oh, shame. Not when you're on camera, bro.
He didn't even know.
He will when he gets home, though.
Foxwell. Up high is Andrew. Rolls. Finishes! There it is again.
Well, you see why Carlin Davidson was going for the lobby play. That is a quick liftoff. Beautiful vision by Foxwell. A nice call out of the timeout to attack the rim.
He's also lost the top knot as well.
Yeah, I'm disappointed in
Jack
that.
Andrew.
I mean, not the best decision he's made.
Vidanovic switching. Left-hand finish. But his foul.
Vidanovic just refusing to be denied on that take to the cup. He's got 3 assists to go along with his 20 points. Just a solitary rebound. Just 4 offensive rebounds for the Tuatara in totality on the day. But the ability to create offense, get to the free throw line, so important, especially when you don't have all your personnel in the season.
Cam Glidden, rookie coach this season.
That transition from player to coach and losing that semblance of control that you have, having to put it in something he's certainly learning to deal with this year.
Had a few games behind the mic as well. Cam Glidden was excellent, but says a lot about commentary. You'd rather coach than spend time in the booth with either of us.
I don't know, man. Coaching's hard.
Yeah, coaching doesn't look fun. Jack Andrew again.
Carlin Davidson with the vision. Beautiful setup. Jack Andrew is taking over here in the third quarter. He's up to 13 points on 66% shooting.
Vidanovic. Wiley. Josh Wiley. He's in trouble. He's in danger. And he missed it and hit it on the back of the iron.
Love what Foxwell did there. Went for the double, then rotated out, made it hard for Wiley to get the finish. It's a lot of effort on that defensive session.
There's Davison spinning, and he traveled. There's a couple of little skips in there. Subs in, Frolling. He's going to give Jack Andrew a breather. He's been excellent after halftime, Jack Andrew.
Carlin Davidson has that long stride. Sometimes when you get into the spin move, get a little bit of the happy feet. There's Jack Andrew, huge minutes there in the third quarter.
Talfa goes down. Legia, there's a runner, and we got a whistle. We've got 2 shots coming up.
I think it's the foul from behind.
Yeah.
Telfer hustling to get back into the play. Real late, almost after the shot was taken.
That's foul number 3 on Scott Telfer. Arm on Fletcher. He joins the game.
Take another look at the foul here. There's a screen. Telfer gets knocked out of the play. Watch Ledger dribble down.
Left it short, missed both on the Chemist Warehouse line.
Hasn't gotten to the stripe with a lot of regularity. Playing time, of course, is not a ton of it behind Rob Lowe.
Frolling turns it over. Wiley. It's Josh Wiley, Foxwell. Touch with Fletcher, marking him, goes around him, puts it up. Double clutch.
Strong move. Really liking what I'm seeing out of him with his determination to get to the cup. Playing through contact, not getting the whistle, still gets the finish.
Touch with the poke away. Carlin regathers, and Davison sticks it.
Carlin Davidson starting to accumulate points. He's up to 12 now. 14, sorry.
Tuach stepping back for 3. Oh, boy, Tuach with 19.
And he's starting to feel it. Tom Vodanovic needed a road dog, and boy, is your boy.
His second 3. Frolling handoff to Foxwell. The big going for deep. Ledger might have got a piece of it, or he might have got some of it, or it might have been just an air ball.
Well, his energy's been good here in the last 4 or 5 minutes of the quarter. Really extending himself defensively. Great challenge there to make it a more difficult shot. He's had the presence on the offensive glass as well.
We're all tied up at 66 here. Third quarter at Eventfinda Stadium. Tuach, long 2, knocking it down 5 straight for boy Tuach.
He's feeling it. That's 7 straight. He had the drive as well.
Did too, you're right.
So he is putting it together right now. The Tuatara playing through Tuach.
My short-term memory only goes 2 phases of play.
We're all goldfish.
I'm glad you're here. Davison going to work on the big ledger. Gets the cup. That's Carlin Davison right there.
Well, just such an explosive athlete. You know, he gives him a little crossover to create the space. But when he's jumping off 2 feet, look how powerful he is. Look at how he displaces Josh Ledger with that little shoulder. Creates the space as Josh Ledger picks up foul number 4. And Carlin, that's a tough matchup for Ledger. Davidson has excellent ball handling abilities. He gets to the cup with a quickness, big finish, and a chance to retake the lead.
Nick Barrow in the game for Ledger. Davison converts it. And now Carlin Davison up to 17. Coming up on 2 minutes to go in the third. This game evenly poised, 69-68, the Airs with a 1-point lead. Tuach finally misses in this third quarter.
Jack Andrew moves the feet, challenges well, makes that a very difficult target for Tuach to find.
Foxwell, smart. 3 shots coming up. Boy, Tuach committed to that 3-point defense and was goaded into it by Foxwell's fake, and he's going to the line, the Chemist Warehouse strike to shoot 3.
Heads up play. Gets the defender up in the air. Cam Glidden trying to just arguing something that I will tell you right now.
Yeah.
He never would have argued as a player.
Ever.
Not once would he be talking about that argument.
But if anyone knows how to get a player up in the air on the wing, it's Cam Glidden going for 3.
I'm just not sure if a hands foul means a head goes back at any time.
Fantastic. Get that kind of insight of the conversation between Brad Clive and Cam Glidden.
Makes the third. Lead is now 4. Tuach driving, look out! That's quickness and athleticism.
Weak side of the defense did not rotate there. That was Scott Telfer, I believe, looking at the shooter on the wing, doesn't rotate over, give Tuach a wide open lane, and he is in fuego. 23 points now.
Foxwell left that well short. This has been the boy Tuach quarter, that is for sure.
He had 12 points coming in at halftime. He scored 11 here in the third. And has lifted the Tuatara to the lead and now trying to regain it again.
Josh Wiley is the man of the quarter. Tuach keeping the Tuatara in this game. Oh, just a little bit too in front of Wiley.
Wiley kind of hesitated on his cut because he was open in the corner as well. So it was sort of a decision of where he wants to go, and Tuach led him thinking it was a full sprint when it wasn't.
Under a minute to go here. Armon Fletcher rising up. Milky all over him. Doing a good job defensively. Foxwell traveled.
tried to give him the hezzy, gave him a few immediate steps. Foxwell disagrees with the call, but doesn't argue it.
'72 plays 70. It's been a good quarter of basketball from the Tuatara, especially with Tuach. 24 points in the quarter for the Tuatara.
Chance for a 2-for-1 here if the Tuatara go quick. If they take too long, won't be able to get it.
Still plenty of time on the shot clock. Down to single digits. Gets it back. Tuach, clean look at the three.
Foul on Barrow underneath. Just a little bit too active. Trying to gain position down there. And that is the 5th personal foul. So is that not going to be free throws? No, it was on the shot, so no free throws yet.
So it will be Foxwell at the line. More free throws coming up on Foxwell. 15 points tonight, or this afternoon rather. 4 assists, 2 steals, 3 turnovers for Foxwell.
And he's injured. When they weren't 100% sure he'd be available today, he told Coach Sam McKinnon that he wanted to give it a go.
Yeah, he's done really well.
And he was the missing piece in the loss to the Jets. If they have him in that type of game, it probably puts him over the top. But he's basically the only point guard that they have on this roster, so really need him to be playing well.
Shot clock is off. Tuach to Wilkie. 3 to shoot. Stolen by Davison. And that'll do us for this 3rd quarter. As the Airs managed to hold on here at 72 to 70. Good 3rd quarter for the Tuatara, but the Airs hanging on here, leading by 2. And let's go to Casey, who's got Boyd.
Well, a really impressive quarter for yourself. You got a little bit more space offensively. What led to the 11-point quarter that got this Tuatara team back in the game?
I think my teammates are just trusting me to have the ball in my hands. Then also they're setting very good screens. And every play, coaches keep calling like, keep going right to Boyd. And we keep working together every time.
Love to hear it. Good luck in the 4th quarter. Appreciate the time. And we'll be back after this with the Tuatara trailing the Taranaki Airs 72 to 70.
Of season 2025, the NZNBL season for your Auckland Tuatara. 50 seconds time, we're going to have the final quarter. We'll give you a nice little out for that one as we try and get the boys home and grab the 2 points. All right, on the final quarter coming up, round 2 of the NZNBL. Time to get behind your team. Taranaki fans,
Welcome back to Eventfinda Stadium. Taranaki Airs lead by 2. Cam Glennon, head coach of the Tuatara, joins us now. Boyd Tuach went off for you in that 3rd quarter. Cam, what did you like about your team defensively, though?
Yeah, defensively is where it all started for us. Only allowing 1 shot down that end. And Boyd's got some supreme athleticism, and running some plays for him to kind of get downhill has worked pretty well for us.
The Tuatara have been excellent from outside the arc, but inside the paint, the Taranaki has a big advantage. He's got 42 points in the paint so far in this game at just under 62%. How can you affect them in that area and force them to go somewhere else?
Yeah, I think they're bigger, they're stronger than we are, unfortunately, in that position. I'm not mad when they score off a tough battle, but when they get that O glass and put it back in, that's where my problem lies.
Thanks, Cam. Thanks for your time. Good luck for the rest of the game.
Appreciate it, boys.
Wiley sticking that long too.
Big minutes for the Wiley twins today. Coming out, Josh Wiley has looked pretty confident when he's had that opportunity to shoot the basketball.
Carlin giving it to Jack. Andrew with the screen. Here comes Davison. Left hand finish and one.
Well, Wiley from behind just gets his hand in. Wasn't going to be able to affect things at all unless he basically knocked the ball out. He doesn't get the ball, gets the arm. And Carlin Davison continues this tear he's been on in the second half. That doesn't, actually, that's Tuak coming through. Looked like a lot of basketball from that angle, but it looks a little bit awkward. Hence we got the call. Carlin Davison, 8 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists at halftime. Well, if he makes this one, he's up to 20. And he's not, you're welcome to the curse.
First of many, no doubt. Wiley, Josh Wiley. 7 to shoot. He's got Jack Andrew on him. Tuach for 3. Oh, nothing but net. That looked good for the moment it left his hand.
Well, he's got his eye in now, playing with a lot of confidence, taking the lead up to 26 points for Tuach. Killing it here in the second half. 14 points to those.
Foxwell, left-hand runner, no good. Left it short. Wiley with it. Tuach to his right. 4 ears get back. Here comes Vodanovic on the trailer. Tuach in the corner for 3. Oh, Amal Fletcher with a big rebound.
Yeah, Vodanovic just off target with that pass. Forced Tuach to reset his platform, causing the miss.
Here's Froling.
And Froling comes down right on his tailbone.
Comes down hard, and that is a big man to go down on a tailbone like that.
Yeah, especially because he's still trying to get his body into condition. You know, it takes, you know, months to get used to falling down, hitting things. He's had so much time away from the game at a high level. And takes that bump. A lot of physicality. Take another look at it. Just comes down a little bit awkwardly. Nick Barrow, again the culprit.
Runs into Nick Barrow.
Nick Barrow, I mean, you see him, he looks like a big dude.
Yeah.
But legitimately, he's like connected to the earth.
He is.
He's like bolted in.
So Froling at the line. Makes the first. You can decide who you think should be MVP of this game with that QR code. Go to mixandpick.com, use the app. Carlin Davison leading the way with 44%. Vodanovic.
Can we see some Tuak? Boy, Tuak, he's got to get in there at some point. A back and forth affair. There's back in front. 15th lead change of the game.
Vodanovic. Good close out. Tuach steals it away. Barrels into Scott Telfer. The 2 shots coming up with boy Tuach.
Carlin Davison, and that's the evolution of him as a ball handler as Telfer picks up his 4th personal. Telfer fouls him on the way down, trying to set him up for Carlin Davison to get the block from behind afterwards, but as a ball handler, he's got to understand how many players he has around him when he's trying to start that break. You like the aggressive mindset if you're Coach Sam McKinnon. You want him to push it. You want him to be aggressive as a ball handler, but the awareness of who's around you before you put it down is that next step.
Tuach at the line. Chemist Warehouse strike. This is the first. 26 points, 10 of 18 for him as well. 3 rebounds, 3 assists. steal, and just an all-round game from Boy Tuach.
A little bit of foul trouble floating around. 4 fouls for Josh Ledger, 4 fouls for Nick Barrow. And if I'm the Airs, I'm going to go at both those guys, try and get them out of the game, and 4 fouls now for Scott Telfer.
Davison turned the corner. Nick Barrow was wondering where his man was, and Colin Davison had just opened up for him.
Lack of communication there. After Colin Davidson's defender got caught on the screen, I believe it was Vodanovic. Got to talk that out so Barrow can stay in front.
Vodanovic facing up and going at Telfer. Frolling comes across, affects the shot. Barrow down there. It's going to fall to Telfer. Telfer fights them off. Frolling hands up with it.
Only 2 seconds to get the ball across the court.
They do get it across. Just beat the 8-second call. Foxwell.
There you go, into the post.
Easy for Harry Frolling.
I don't think they've milked that cow enough. They got to go down there, try and get Frolling a few more touches, especially with Barrow and Ledger in foul trouble. Oh, that's Telfer fouled out.
Yeah, that's him done there.
Veteran play by Vodanovic. Ties up with Telfer and says, I'll see you on the pine.
That is 5 on him. Ledger into the game for the Tuatara.
Telfer's like, what am I doing?
He is.
Take another look at it here. Watch Vodanovic. Watch how aggressive he is on this.
He's just got that arm around
if he
his waist.
That, to me, that's pretty soft, especially considering the level of play. Timeout to the Tuatara here. For a second, I thought that was a technical.
Well, it feels like it's that part of the game now where it's starting to get a little bit charged. The lead is only 4 points at the moment, and it's starting to get a little bit niggly. Let's have a look at Boy Tuach's game in the second half especially. The third quarter was his quarter for the Tuatara.
16 points in the second half. And we're getting a glimpse of the type of player that Tuatara think he can be. Good with the ball in hand, attacking the rim. Nice ability to elevate on those mid-range and deep jump shots. He's found a little bit of form from deep as well, but it's those type of plays, coming in, getting rejections, off the dribble, getting to the cup, refusing to be denied. And of course, the step back in the second half, nothing better than the dunk he had on the rim as well. So when the Tuatara are looking for points, where are we going to get? Dig deep for this victory. Boy Tuach put his hand up.
You don't have a segue for the sales promo?
Well, you know, I try not to go overboard. But since there is a pizza there, I'm thinking about ordering one. I might use that code. Sal's Dribble 25. Use that QR code or use the online Sal's Dribble, and that'll get you a pizza under 30. You can't beat it.
Boy Tuach, impressive through this game. 3.5 quarters. We've got a 4-point ball game. Scott Telfer, an important role player for the years. Spent last season with the Sharks, back again for Taranaki. He's just fouled out. It's Tuatara ball on the baseline. Wiley up over Foxwell. Woo. Oh, wow. Armel Fletcher almost got his legs taken out from him.
Jack Exeter checks in for Telfer. He's the only player on the Airs bench who's played more than 10 minutes now.
Got a big shift coming up here to help close this game out. As Fletcher spins. Vodanovic gets him, and he gives it the clap.
What?
You know the one as a player.
Vodanovic is multi-skilled as a defender, but Fletcher's got a lot of speed, especially when he changes directions like that. He's able to come through. Tommy V picks up the foul. Wait, is this a misprint? Is that only one foul on Tommy V?
That has to be an anomaly or a rarity.
You see more hen's teeth than you see Tommy V with one foul in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, he's got 22 points. Also, he's only got 1 rebound.
He spent a lot of time outside, a lot of time just tying up the bigs, allowing his teammates to. But you look at those rebound numbers overall, 35 to 24 in favor of the Airs.
No one's got more than 5 for the Tuatara. Ledger and Charlie Pride, who's got the ball now. Adanovic, that pick and pop, he loves it.
Adanovic, 17 points in the first half. He's only scored 5 here in the second. Hasn't had a lot of looks.
Tuatara only have one more foul to go until the Airs are shooting free throws down the stretch, and there's one right now, and it's the worst kind of foul you can commit on a three-point shooter.
Foxwell creates some nice space there with a little step back, and Wiley aggressively trying to challenge that one, just a little too aggressive. Look at that little step there, almost a travel, but look at the space he creates. That's 3 feet of space and an obvious foul on the arm. Josh Wiley trying to challenge well, but just gets deked out of position because of a good move. And now a tough climb just became a little bit tougher as the lead balloons to 9 with just under 6 to go.
Big 4-point play for the Airs. As Wiley picked up his dribble, gives it to the vet, the American Charlie Pride. Spinning, falling away. Jack Andrew with another great defensive play.
And Carlin Davidson just goes straight through Tom Bogdanovic to get that rebound. The Airs playing with a higher level of physicality here in the fourth.
Here's Foxwell, driving, kicking. Come on, Fletcher. Been a little bit subdued in this game. Since he's come back into the South NBL, misses that. Good defense from the Tuatara on him. 5 to go in the game. Wiley driving. Jack Andrew again.
Get that shot out of here. Jack Andrew coming from behind. What a second half he's put together. 13 points, 8 rebounds. Picks up his 3rd block of the game there. Wiley says, maybe I should check out this Sky Broadband sign.
Jack Andrew's been really good defensively. 5 to shoot. Pride dancing with Carlin Davison. Sticks that
3. Huge shot. Charlie Pride hasn't been super aggressive, but he's hit a couple of big shots. And that's a foul there on Josh Ledger, who I believe has just fouled out of the ball game.
He has. That's 5 on Ledger.
And obviously did not need to get that contact there. I don't know if we'll take a second look at it, but that's 90 feet away from the basket. And he now sits for the rest of the game, putting back in Nick Barrow, who's got 5 fouls himself. So he's just trying to deny here. And just unnecessary. You can cut that off. If he keeps his arms wide and hits with his chest, that's okay. Probably a better job by Foxwell to sell that contact. Not that it's easy to run into Josh Ledger and stay standing, though.
Well, that's Ledger out, and now Telfer out as well, obviously, for the Airs. We found out a few minutes ago, Josh Ledger. 2 points for him. Foxwell left it short on the second. Oh, and Foxwell, 20 points for him. 8 of 12 from the line, from the Chemist Warehouse line. He's had a big save from the Chemist Warehouse line in this game. Wilkie dropping it off for Barrow. Left it short. Nick Barrow, Tuatara will check back in the game.
Nick Barrow probably thinking Harry Froling is the shot blocker there, worried about Jack Andrew on the weak side, but just needed to be a little bit more patient with the shot.
Carlin Davison stepping through with the left. That's pretty.
Well, Wilkie jumped the passing lane to try and grab it, and somehow Carlin Davison beats him to the basketball and then makes that move to the cup, finishing with the left. I jokingly asked him for some dunks after the interview after the first quarter, but he's even has nothing but lays, but they look pretty.
Throw it down, Carlin. 9 is the lead now for the Airs.
Carlin Davison up to 23 points, shooting 69% from the field.
Nice.
6 rebounds, 5 assists.
Two big start together somehow. Try to get it so that you get Barrow coming out for the ball screen. I don't know, like Harry, Tommy's probably going to take you, try to go like there maybe. Lift up there, then you're getting Barrow into this ball screen. Simple as, right? If not, if we need to walkouts, we can go punch, ram 2, whatever we need to do, but want to put him in ball screens. Great defense down here, great contest, hustle 4, you guards Barrow, you've got Tommy V, switch any ball screens, okay? Lock down, get stops.
Keep it simple, that's good, that's good.
88-79. The Airs in control here. They've just started to take the ball and run with it. Oh, the horns, I should say. Just getting my metaphors mixed up, Casey. Great, help me out on this. Absolutely dire.
I was reading stats, so.
Yeah, I know, I love it. It's great. What'd you see? Anything of note?
Yeah, heaps.
Oh, cool, man.
Heaps.
Anything you want to tell the audience watching?
Well, this is the contrast in styles between these two teams. The Airs, 4 3-pointers all night. The Tuatara, 15 3-pointers made at 44%. But the work inside the key and on the glass is what's kept the Airs in the lead for this fourth quarter.
Charlie Pride trying to make something happen. Frolling comes away with it. Fletcher to his left.
Frolling with a double-double now, 18 points, 10 rebounds.
Another great game. Oh, what a look! Owen Foxwell to Frolling.
With the shovel pass, straight into the guts of Harry Frolin, catches it with the tummy, and then finishes with the hand.
Just pulling away here now are the Airs. Under 3.5 to go. Tuach, close out from Frolin is good. Carlin Davison looks up as the big runs the floor. He'll want it. Oh, Tuach just throws a bow right in his face.
And Frolin has a big laugh about it. Foxwell has a bit of a laugh as well. Tuach sitting here thinking, and that's his 5th personal for Boyd Tuach as well. He's out of the ball game. Take another look at it.
He felt like he got hit, so he's retaliated there. Frolin smiles.
Oh, well, when you got one on the line, you're happy when they take the bait. And unfortunately for the Tuatara, that is their leading scorer on the day, finished for the afternoon.
Well, Latu, Ioane, and Wilkie off the bench now in the game for Cam Glidden and the Tuatara.
Tuach finishes with 27 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal.
It's a tough way to go out. The depth tested, and we just got a clock issue here.
Going to take off about 4 extra seconds from the clock.
Should be at 19.
Oh, good thing we fixed it from 21. Would have been terrible to take those 2 extra seconds.
We haven't seen a lane violation on a free throw.
Oh, you've jinxed it.
We haven't. Now, you usually see them in the first half, don't you? You can't make that call down the stretch when the game is close. Well, this game, unfortunately for the Tuatara, might just be out of reach unless they can string something together. And they've got to look after the ball to do it. Can you get your wish? Puts it off for Armon Fletcher, lost the handle, and Davison will put it back in.
Oh, beautiful play by Carlin Davison. Fletcher doesn't catch it cleanly, but what I like about it is Davison doesn't quit on it. Stays with it, gets another bucket. And now desperation time for the Tuatara. They're just chucking it up. Going to be a timeout on a make if Taranaki gets another bucket, and they do.
And Frolling just pulling away here now. Harry Frolling in the Airs, and a shout out to Jack Andrews, got 13 points and 9 boards in this game.
How about Carlin Davison with the dimes, though? He's now up to 8 rebounds and 6 assists. He's got 3 steals as well.
He's not going to get triple-double.
He's not going to. But we're watching. We can watch.
We could put him on the watch. We should have put him on earlier.
Well, he wasn't there. He's got 3 assists in the last 3 plays. Now he's getting there. But Carlin Davison, I love his evolution as a ball handler. He's got 25 points on 10 for 14 from the field.
Change 4, Tommy B, pitch it, set the screen and go. Here we go. Don't fucking stop running back on defense. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Let's go.
Let's talk about some stats, shall we? And what about some assist stats? Carlin had 5 assists at three-quarter time.
Bring it. 3, 2, 1. Over. Deal under. Chuck, you hit there. Yeah, that's you. Set the back screen. I don't care. Dill for Dill popping out. Let's go.
95-79. Just apologies for some colourful language there. We're afforded the privilege of heading into timeouts, but on your Sunday afternoon, you can get some colourful language. You won't get that on the Game of Two Halves crew, and that shouldn't make the edit if it does. Thursdays, 8:30 on Sky Open, also on Sky Sport as well.
Just you gotta love the privilege to go into the huddle.
Absolutely.
And hear that good stuff.
Vidanovic. Pride.
9 rebounds now for Davison.
He had 5 assists at three-quarter time. So we should have put him on triple-double watch earlier.
Maybe it was a rebound.
No, that's us.
Apologies to the watchers.
Yeah. There'll be people open with the box score. Boxwell to Frolling. Under 2 to go. Oh, just rimmed in and out.
Harry Frolling can't believe that one missed.
Ioane takes down Fletcher. Wilkie for 3. And it's just not working for the Tuatara here as the Airs can just methodically put this game to bed.
Well, they really put together a nice performance here to Taranaki. Impressed by what the Tuatara were able to do as Jack Andrew gets another bucket off the dime from Foxwell, who now has 9 assists to go with 20 points. But look, this Tuatara team is not the squad we're going to see probably next weekend. I expect both Hickey and Lowe to be here. They got one more game, most likely without their 2 of their starters. With the FI coming up, I believe it's on Tuesday.
It's great to see the kids out there, as the teenagers. There's Wiley, and there's Dallow, and there's Bukowski.
Both teams benching.
Bukowski, rather, excuse me.
The squads have decided this one's in the chili bin.
I think it's 4 teenagers and Nick Barrow. It's like he's headed down to RTS Square on a Friday night.
I was going to say, it's like he's busting a party.
Yes. What are you doing, kids?
Hey, kids.
Is it time you go home? Past your curfew.
See Tamatia get a chance out there for the Airs.
Tamatia got some intel between Rapid League and
I'll share
this
it with
game. He's in the New Zealand under-18 mixed touch team.
Hey.
He's got great feet. He hustles. He was hustling in Rapid League as well.
Yeah, that touch background explains the nose for the basketball and the anticipation.
So timing of passes, Exeter left it short. Here's Gustello. I believe his uncle is newsreader Simon Dello. Gustello, part of that under-17s team that came 4th in the world last year, losing the bronze medal game against Turkey, bowing out in the semi-final against the US as Quinn Bailey gets the N1.
Quinn Bailey not letting these youngsters off the hook.
Crack the ton to the ears.
Bailey not only does get the finish, he also milks the free throw call.
It's really good because he's a dairy farmer.
There you go, there you go.
Oh, I have to explain it because it shouldn't go unnoticed like that.
But it's good for the ones who do know.
Well, you know.
Subtlety. That's me, Mr. Subtle.
It's utterly important that I said it. It's been a long afternoon.
But an entertaining one.
We've still got more work to do after this game as well, Casey Frank. 102-79. And we've got a foul underneath, of course we do. It's Nick Barrow in the mix.
And Tamati is in there.
He's boxing him out.
Basically tackles Barrow.
Hey, it's on.
3.3 to go. And Jakowski will pull one up to close it out. It's a long one. Almost banked it in, but it did not go down. And it was 3 good quarters from the Tuatara, but it was 4 great ones from the Airs. And they come to Auckland and they get the win on a Sunday afternoon. 102-79. The Taranaki Airs taking care of business against the Auckland Tuatara. This is game number 2 of a triple header in the 09. We've already had the Bulls going down to the Hawks in Franklin. We've got the Tuatara going down against the Airs here, and you can vote for your MVP there, and it looks like it's Carlin Davison with over half of the votes coming in. Coming up at 6:30, we'll have the the Panthers hosting the Jets from Pullman Arena. Can the Jets get the win on the road in a triple header in the 09 on a Sunday here in the Sal's NBL? Round 2, plenty of games in round 2. The league takes a breather tomorrow and then resumes on Tuesday. And it's another good win for the Airs here. And we'll take a look at the stats overall. 55% on the road is really good shooting. And it could have been even worse for the differential here if they would make some of their free throws from the Chemist Warehouse line. Really great work on the glass. Huge effort, 46 rebounds, plus 16 advantage. And let's go to Casey Frank, who's got Owen Foxwell.
Well, Owen, good game today. You back and forth affair for most of it. The Airs were able to take control in the fourth quarter. What do you think it was that enabled the Airs to control the game down the stretch like that?
I think getting stops is the first thing for us, and then moving the ball as well. I feel like for us, we've got so much talent and everybody knows how to score in our squad, but I think it's just finding a bit of a rhythm, moving the ball around. I think that's what's going to be best for us.
And for yourself, came in with a bit of an injury cloud over you. The neck wasn't good. Took a while for you to warm up into the game. How's it feeling, and how did you work your way into it on your way to 20-plus points and 9 assists?
Yeah, for me, it's been difficult, I guess, the kind of lead up to this game, and kind of disrupted my start to the season. So it felt all right today, but I'm just trying to do what's best for the squad. If that's moving the ball, if that's scoring, but we haven't had a lot of time together as a group. So hopefully now I can get over this injury and kind of get some continuity with the boys.
Appreciate the time. Good luck going forward.
Thank you.
Owen Foxwell, they'll regroup, and by the looks of it, they have the Hawke's Bay Hawks in 6 days' time. But Owen Foxwell came in with a neck injury. He missed the Jets game, which they had a loss against the Jets, and he's come back. He's come back into the mix. He looked a little ginger warming up, but once he got warm, he was really effective, Owen Foxwell. 20 points, efficient, 5 of 10 shooting, 10 assists, as Casey said as well. Gets 3 steals, 3 turnovers. And Jack Andrew really good as well from the softly spoken North Otago man.
Well, Jack, interesting game today. You had huge big minutes off the bench, especially defensively. The role's a little bit different than it was with the Nuggets a season ago. What are you taking out coming into this game? What are you trying to accomplish for your teammates?
I'm just trying to do what I'm good at, just crashing the boards, setting screens. Yeah, that's pretty much, those are the 2 goals I have in mind every game. Crashing balls hard, boxing out, setting good screens, getting my other guards, all my guards, easy lanes to the hoops and stuff like that. So that's what I'm trying to do.
Share a little bit about the battles you have with Harry Froling. You haven't been together very long, but I'm sure practices, you're going back and forth. What is defending him every day in practice helping you become a better player at?
Yeah, like you said, we haven't been together that long, but like for what I've had with him, it's a tough battle. Like, he doesn't seem like he moves quick on his feet, but he's pretty light on his feet for a big man like that. So it's tough to guard, but I'm going to learn a heap from him, and I'm excited to get started.
And just finishing on the fact I was mentioned before, you look like you're in a little bit better shape right now. I'm a little bit upset about losing the top knot. You know, I see Scotty Telford touch up there. It was better with the top knot, but better shape. Have you just had a little bit of a different program in the off season, or what's brought about the physical change?
Yeah, I just, in the off season, really worked on my body. A lot of fitness, and like in the gym all the time, and just enjoying my fitness, like getting in the outdoors, getting in the mountains and stuff like that, just doing what I like.
You're in the right place for that. Appreciate the time.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Congratulations to Jack Andrew and the Airs. They get the win on the road, 102-79. They go again in 6 days' time. The Tuatara, they have to go against the Phi in 2 days' time. Coming up next, Panthers Jets from Pullman Arena from 6:30 with Rapid League. On behalf of Casey Frank and the excellent Sky Sport production crew, it's a very, very good afternoon, and enjoy the rest of your Sunday night